All right, good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if this sounds all right, if you could hit that number 1, that would be great. And if you can hear me, I do have the fan on, so make sure it doesn't sound annoying or anything like that. But hit that number 1. Like I said, if you can hear me and if I sound good. Trucking, Maddie, Evan, Antonio, HR. Always like to get 5 ones to have confidence. I think that was my 5th one. Again, hit that number 1 if the mic sounds good to you. Yeah, morning, Antonio. Okay, I did get 5 ones. Let's get one more one. One more one. Let's just make sure. Hey, Manfred. Hey, been a while since I've seen that name. Uh-oh. Can I get one more one if I sound okay? Carol gave me 11. 11's close enough. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Very quickly, for those of you that watch us in the archive, to be very transparent and upfront, if you want to have something to continue to watch in the archive, Code Clay with any of these prop firms is how you can help support the stream and save yourself money. So any of these prop firms, whatever promotions and sales and discounts they're running, Code Clay, which is case sensitive, so it's got to be all caps, will give you that discount. So you're saving money while at the same time helping to support the stream and give yourself something that you enjoy to watch. For everybody that is here live right now, I thank you very much. For all of you that have used the code, you guys are the reason why it is not only ad-free, but why the stream continues day in and day out. So you are definitely making a very practical difference using the code. So I thank you very much for it. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. It is officially, what is it officially? Thursday, July 30th. The year is 2026. Oh, and we're getting a pullback here. Potentially a trade here right out of the gates. Let's see. We'll look for a long right there. Wow, didn't even get through the entire introduction. But hopefully you're all doing well today. Me, I am long. See if we can get a bounce here up off of that 21 EMA. I'm trying to play the trend here. I hope we're still in an uptrend. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'll take that scalp. There we go. All right. Scalpy scalp to start things off. Well, that was... I don't know. I don't know if that was a new record or not. That was quick. We're not even 3.5 minutes into the stream and already got a trade under our belts. But yeah, hopefully you're all off to a good start. Like I said, that was didn't even get through mine, so I'm a little thrown off here. But yeah, hopefully there is no need for an 11 a.m. talk. Today's been fine. I behaved myself. I'm feeling better now. So yeah, no need for an 11 a.m. talk. Nothing, which is good. I don't really like 11 a.m. talks. Mike is great, very good. That JPY today. What's JPY? I don't know what JPY is. Is that a futures contract? Flip day in my 2 accounts. Going to get another 25K today. Nice job. Evil. But yeah, how are all your days going so far? Good. Okay, I recognize your name. Are you in are you in the country where you have to do Forex? What country? Are you in Montenegro or what country are you in? Something happened with the yen today. Montenegro. Okay, yeah, that makes sense why you're still doing why you got to do Forex. Yeah, I saw what South Korea stock market's like crashing. Did that have something to do with the yen? Clay, the yen is for Japan. I know. I'm just saying they're, those Asian countries over there, maybe there's correlation. Green in the pro, very good, Brian. Yen surges against the dollar. Is it? Wasn't it getting super, super weak? Check on... Oh, wow. Holy smokes. 2.3%. Oh my goodness, yeah. In Forex, I know some of you are like, dude, 2.3%. Calm down, brother. No, but in like Forex and currency markets, that is okay. Yeah, what is the news? What is causing that? That's actually pretty nuts. So, like I said, okay. Traders remain on alert for a possible intervention by Japanese authorities to prop up the battered currency. How is yeah, I don't understand that. If your currency needs to be propped up, I don't know. The world will never make sense. It's yeah, that's why I just trade charts, not the news, because to me that makes zero sense. Anyways, to be fair, because I've always said this, and today's one of those days. Day trading forex is like watching paint dry. Every now and then you'll get some very very nice movement, and today's one of those days. It sounds like the yen and all that is crazy good movement. But that's the problem. It's like, okay, when is the next great day going to be? A month from now? 6 months from now? Whereas like the movement in the yen, I can't say this for sure because I haven't seen it. But I still have to wonder, yeah, but is it even still good as like a normal day for futures? I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know, Maddie. I don't know if that'd be enough to send it 2.3%. It seems like, yeah, who knows? That's a savage move. This is savagery right here. And I dodged it by talking about the yen. Savagery. That just cooked people. People are cooked because of that move. Because if you think about it, at that moment in time, that's a nice situation. Uptrend, pull back to the 21 EMA. Beautiful hammer candle. This next candle actually pops up above that high. So you have the people that like to play these breakouts on the long side. Again, I can see what they're thinking. So it pushed up above right there, brought those people in, and then whoosh. And now continued. Down it goes. That's right, Manfred. Pam's Plants, where it's at. So yeah, that's a nasty move right there. So it comes well, let's see. If they would have bought right here, that's 90. How far down did it go against them? 90 down to 60-point drop. So potentially are still in it, potentially survived, depending on position size. But yeah, if your position size was too big, 60 points, cooked. But yeah, that's a rough move there. And one of those moves where, like in your journal entry, it just didn't work out. Oh, that's dirty if you're gonna come all the way back now. Oh boy. There's some people potentially going on tilt here. GC, interesting pullback. Yeah, on gold, if you're not aware, you're going to want to change to the V. The V contracts. I was on, what was it, Q? Anyways, this morning my gold chart was looking all goofy. I was like, wait a second, I probably need to get the newest contracts. And yeah, sure enough. So, burpee. GCV. Burpee from K-Pot last night. K-Pot, massive success. Faye and Trip absolutely loved it. And I really think we got our money's worth too. They kept eating more and more. Apparently my son Trip likes quail eggs. He had like 15. It was crazy. I mean, there was a whole flock. Several generations that will not happen because of my son. I mean, he was just eating those quail eggs like crazy. Yeah. Korean, it's called a hot pot. So like hot pot's the soup. And then the barbecue is, well, like where you cook it on, like, but yes, you cook it all at your table. So the kids thought it was great. They thought it was cool how you can just order from like an iPad and then it just shows up. The thing that blew their mind. So we were thinking about it. This was only the second time that they can remember that they've been to like a sit down restaurant before. We just don't go out a lot when you have 6 kids. It's like, I mean, Code Clay. If you want us to go out more as a family, to sit down restaurants in this day and age of inflation and blah, blah, blah. We got to use code. We got to up our numbers with Code Clay. But point here being, like, they've been to Bob Evans, and I think Bob Evans might only be an Ohio thing. So if you're in Ohio, you probably heard of Bob Evans. But Bob Evans and then K-Pot. But what blew their mind was, wait, we can just leave? Like, we don't have to carry off our dishes to like the kitchen dishwasher. I'm like, no, you just leave it. I mean, let's stack our plates up a little bit to make their job a little bit easier, but no, that's it. We can just leave the mess behind. Mine, we're like, whoa, this is great. This is great. We don't have to pick up after us. This is fantastic. Dean, you tell me how that is in any way, shape, or form relevant to trading. And if you can connect the dots in any way, shape, or form, I'll answer that question. But that just seems completely out of left field. That seems like you're just trying to stir the pot. No pun intended. I'm open to the idea that maybe in some way, shape, or form that is relevant to trading or economics. I'm not seeing that connection, but if you can provide me the connection, I'm open to it. But right now, it sounds like you're just trying to stir the pot. Yeah, Korean barbecue and hot pot. Yeah, I don't know how new the chain. It is a chain, but yeah, I think they showed up in Des Moines a couple years ago now. Okay, so there's no connection. So you're just trying to stir the pot. Gotcha. What is the indicator on the right side of the chart? Benny, this is called the volume profile. Okay, so very quickly over here, you can see this pullback is approaching 21 EMA, 21 EMA aligning with these lows. So I am looking for a potential long here again. What is that, about 65? We're 65, 65. Doc Soul. Oh, Doc Soul. So think about it. 5 minute, we have the 21 EMA. Here on the 2 minute, we have the 50 SMA. Yes, 50 SMA right there. Yeah, that'd be too much of a stretch. If that was actually your reasoning, Dean, I would not be persuaded that's actually a connection. Hey, JT. Okay, here we go. Maybe a bounce. Maybe a bounce. Hey, Miss Tiny. Okay, if that green line turns blue, I'm in. What? Huh? What is this? What is this? Hello? Is my internet still on? Yeah, uh-oh. Oh, crap. I am in too. Oh, just a minute. All right, I'm out. Because over here, my 5 minute chart is still working. Okay. I think I'm out. What is this? Dang, Dean, just because I didn't want to answer the question doesn't mean you had to hack my system. I guess okay. I'm going to have to reboot. Reboot, it seems. All right. Bear with me a second, everybody. That was scary. Okay, you guys cannot see. All right, so I don't have to rearrange anything. I can just throw in my cut. Yeah, okay. I was thinking for a second, is it a take profit trader thing? Nope, got logged in a take profit trader, no problem. Okay. Oh boy. I mean, maybe just needs a little more time to load. I know people have been saying they've. Okay, there we got a little bit more progress. Slow loading right now. I think it's still loading. I hope it's still loading. Anybody else have that happen to them? Well, I got out, so the stress level has been reduced because thankfully My 5 minutes on my other monitor were still active, so I hopped out over on those charts. Oh, I hope it's not one of these things where I have to like rebuild everything. Oh, wait. It's coming back. All right, how do I get out of this? Right here, I think. Okay, I think we're back. Oh my goodness. I think we're back. Are we back? I think we're back. Okay. Yes. Man. Whew. Yeah, I'd be, okay, where did I get in? I got in like right, yeah, I'd be underwater a little bit. Okay, nothing like disastrous, but, okay, well, this pullback's getting a little bit, still not going to call it a full-blown reversal, but this pullback's starting to get a little out of hand. All right, well, slight delay there. Nope, that was instant. That was instant. Nah, that's fast. Okay, I think we're okay. It happened twice and completely screwed you. When? Today or yesterday? Okay, let me get my bearings back. Yeah, that trade did work. Actually, the first time today that the long was wrong. Well, it depends on who you took along. A long right here was, again, depending on how you played it, wrong right there was long. A long right there was wrong. A long right here on that hammer was wrong. Okay. All right. Just now. Oh. Did yours go white too, Z3? Did you have what I just had with where it just went white? Yeah, I've been there too, Miss Tiny Trader, where you like not listen, there's no computer glitches required. I'll just cook myself. Yeah, normally I cook myself too. I don't really need the help of a glitch, but yours went all black. Okay. Yeah, as of now, looking like this hammer is delivering. Hey, good morning, Muhammad. Well, that was spooky. That was a spooky one. Again, it is almost 11. No need for an 11 a.m. chat. This morning was fine. I'm happy with things so far. All right. I am a little gun shy right now. That's never fun to experience. I suppose it could be worse because it could have been the entire platform. Like I said, the 5 minutes were my 5 minute charts over here on this monitor were continuing to work. Oh no, bummer. Well, Mark, at least you know that you'll get them back. You'll get pros back again. Right, think about it. In order to blow a pro account, it first means that you're able to even get a pro account in the first place. And some people are at the stage of their journey where they've never even had a pro account. So I'm trying my best to spin it in your favor here. I'm trying to help you find a little bit of rays of sunshine. Oh man, 300 so close. All right, well, this pullback is. Are we really headed back down to that area right there? Essentially the opening of the day. I mean, I'm still bullish for the time being, but I don't know. Maybe I should be getting a little bit more bearish. I just realized 850 is 200 points away. Oh, yeah. It's still very volatile out there today. Got to check your position size. It has been the theme of the week. I mean, it was a theme of the week like every single week. Last week, later on in the week, but like what was it, Monday through Wednesday? Oh, it was kind of a snooze fest. But yeah, we are back to theme of the week. Position size matters. I mean, okay, let me put it this way. It always matters, but it matters even more on days like today and weeks like this week. Because if your position size is off a little bit, very little grace this market will give you. Last week, like I said, Monday through Wednesday, if I remember right, position size, again, still important, but if you kind of messed it up, maybe went a little too big somewhere, it's like, okay, you could have still maybe survived some of the moves because the moves weren't that big. But yeah, in markets like this where modest movements are still like 50, 60 points, I mean, if your position size is off, you're cooked. I believe the trend has reversed. Could. All right, so right now you're looking for shorts. Kevin's looking for shorts. I'm not quite there yet. But to be fair to him, maybe he is ahead of the game, and I am lagging behind in terms of switching over to being more of a bearish bias. We shall see. By the way, John, Amarius, love to see it. Mark is very open and transparent, and you guys are being encouraging. I appreciate that. That's good stuff. That's good community right there. Caught the last short from the top. Nice. Is there a way to copy trade two different platforms? Yes, but I believe you would. Somebody else can chime in here, but I believe you would need a third party software. No, mate, I always have latency, huge one, so I can't trade. Do you still have your account, Wolfie, or is that thing toasted? I'm looking for the long since the longest. Yeah, see, what's got me a little nervous on shorts right now to bring back over the 5 minute. I mean, working on a second hammer right here, both at the 21 EMA. So to be getting short around here, yeah, I mean, maybe it comes back down, but man, it doesn't seem like there's much of an edge right now to be getting short right around that area. For me, I don't know. You might be looking at something different and totally disagreeing, and hey, more power to you. We all have our different strategies. Yeah, Replica. I've heard of them. I know there's other ones too. 300 down. All right, Wolfie. So the potential problem, with what Maddie said is if you don't like NinjaTrader as a platform, then uh-oh. So if you prefer somebody else, you might need one of those third-party softwares. Hey, good morning, Rim. This is the downside, though, to K-pop. Next morning, my burps, I'm still getting like, oh yeah, that, it's still there, Purple line is the 50 SMA. 50 SMA. All right. If it does come down here, I will take a swing at a long somewhere down around here. If it comes back down. Hey, what's up, Nero? Good morning. Morning, brother. Trailing stop hit, plus 100 points. Nice job, Brian. I'm assuming that's not with your pro, though. I'm assuming with your pro, you're doing a little bit more base hits, not swinging for 100-point trades. Perhaps I'm wrong. This does kind of whisper in my ear maybe a short here at the 21 EMA, but again, referring back to that 5 minute, do I really want to be shortened with hammers? I don't know. With the pro? Oh man. Are you aggressive with your stop? Yeah, I just can't do it. I can't do it. The 2 minute has me highly considering a short right here, but that 5 minute, too scary. Hey, Bryn. I don't get. Okay, that makes more sense, Brian. That green candle just rocked me. As in, like a good way or a bad way? I've always used the 50 SMA and the 200 SMA. I've used, I think, since the get go, since 20 years ago when I entered into the market. I think I've used the 50 SMA and the 200 SMA. For some reason, the EMAs are super popular. I've noticed in futures, like a lot of people just assume I'm using EMAs. I'm like, there are these things called SMAs, but no, I've always used the 50 and 200 SMA. But yeah, 21 EMA for whatever reason, it does for me. For me, it seems like for whatever reason, the futures kind of like it. Bad way. Well, okay, so you're not living under a cardboard, or you're not living in a cardboard box. I gave too much room today and got taken out. Yeah, yeah, it's a mover. No, latency would be, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I mean that's an internet thing. I have you run a speed test on your computer, Wolfie? That'd be where I'd start. Speedtest.net. Hey, Maddie Dented. Hey, good morning, Candlestick. 25K, 2 Pro last night. Nice, Neil. Very good. You should use the Korean VWAP today. I should. That would be the what word am I working for? That would be the the socially aware thing to do. Ooh, all right. Like I said, I was interested in a long down around this area, but clearly it did not pull back far enough before all of a sudden going right back up. Oh, nice E3. Those ones always feel good. Where you're like, you've like mentally resigned the trade. You're like, no, I'm getting stopped out, and then it gets a point, and then goes the other way. That's always a good feeling. It's crazy how low it's gone recently. Yeah, I hear you, Maddie, but on the same token, personally, if we were back above 30,000 by like mid next week, would any of us actually be shocked by that? I don't think so. So yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, kind of crazy that not that long ago we were above 30,000, but I mean we're not even that far below it. So I mean, with as crazy as the market has been, if you're to tell me next Tuesday we're going to be back above 30,000, I'd be like, yeah, okay. That's only a couple thousand point days. Like, okay, that's like a shoulder shrug. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not shocked by that. Yeah, so that says it's fine, huh? What platform are you using? Are you with Tradeovate? Who are you using? Yeah, it could. I wouldn't say it's take prop, or excuse me, I wouldn't say it's your prop firm. It may be your platform though. What platform are you using? Oh, oh no. Oh boy. Did you just try to? Did you just sucker in a bunch of longs? Now you're dumping on them. Yeah, we've had some definitely tricky moves here. That one right there, without doubt, that cooks some longs. I can see why that right there cooks some longs. Right there, maybe kind of sort of disappointing, and then right there, act as just now down. Eef. Yeah, market is getting a bit sketchy right now. Right, I'm not right. I agree. I don't think it's the prop firm. I'm saying I think it might be the platform you're using. But does Alpha have their own platform? It's probably Alpha's platform, because I think Alpha's platform is pretty new anyways. So a pretty new platform, in my mind, to hear there's a little bit of laggy issues, that doesn't seem like a huge jump of possibility. But yeah, if your internet speed is fine, and then all of a sudden it's seeming laggy on your platform, then that tells me it's a platform issue. Especially if you're using Wolfie, I really wish you would not have gone with what you did. Yeah. Live and learn, I suppose, brother. Still potentially interested in a long down around here. I'm not gonna just throw an order. I want to see how the candle behaves first. So yeah, I'm not gonna buy this candle right here. Hey Vril, good morning. This candle has 30 seconds before it stops moving around. So far so good. It is respecting that yellow line. This is the area that roasted me 15 minutes ago. Oh yeah, where the big green candle showed up all of a sudden. I think it's going to dump past, but not sure how much more considering. Yeah, like I said, I want to see what kind of candle here forms. And as of now, this is not a very awe-inspiring candle to get me to go long. Yeah. That really didn't help out a whole lot. If we can get a drop below the yellow line, I might throw it long up here like a fake break of this level. Or, okay, well, if it's going to bounce right off the yellow line, well then my fake break thing is not going to work, because obviously for a fake break, it's got to first break in the first, it's got to initially break. Well, today I told the AI to compare those to. Okay, well that just proves, Wolfie. That just proves. Well, I mean, I don't know. Wolfie, you said that I'm your mentor. So am I your mentor, or is AI your mentor? I guess that's the question you have to. And maybe I'm wrong, but Wolfie, I'm under the impression you purchased my mentorship at some point in the past. So I don't think I'm crazy to throw out there that am I your mentor? So if you have purchased the mentorship program, then I would consider myself your mentor. But now it sounds like the question you have to ask yourself is, who is your mentor, me or AI? Because I can assure you AI definitely got this one wrong. Alpha is on the brink of bankruptcy. So your mentor suggested somebody that is basically going to go bankrupt. It's not a guarantee right now, but the odds are stacked against them. They owe a bunch of people money. They can't pay those people money. So yes, AI just threw you to the wolf's den. So if anything, the lesson seems to be AI still needs AI's got some work to do. Yes, exactly, Philly. Alpha is the one with all the recent payout issues. Okay. Crap. It did. It broke down below. All right, I got distracted. With the AI discussion. I was up 300, down 500. Now I'm up. Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of one of those days. That's just what I mean, Wolfie. It is what it is. But definitely don't buy any more accounts with Alpha until Alpha can get all these other people paid off. Like at first, Alpha tried to go the scam route and is like, nope, we're not paying anybody. And then they got massive backlash and they're like, okay, we'll pay people in batches of 10. It's like, well, okay, a batch just means as the money becomes available. But that's why right now, well, that's kind of a big assumption, because who's going to be buying accounts right now? as the money comes available. I guess there are still people that are buying them here and there, but Alpha is an extremely high risk prop firm right now. I'll put it that way. Because prop firms are like banks. If banks lose confidence, they're gonna, people are gonna have, they're not gonna put their money with them. And if a bank doesn't have any money, there's no money coming in. That's where the bank goes bye-bye. And that is Alpha right now. They have lost the trust of people, but I guess there are still people that are not aware of their recent issues. And somehow, I don't know, AI is, that's crazy. I think he accidentally asked AI, what is the worst prop? Yeah, are you sure you didn't have a typo in what you asked it? Feels like it's going in a bearish direction. I don't know right now. I don't know. I'm not willing to, Benny, I'm not willing to jump on the bear bandwagon yet. Your point is valid, Clay, with market up next week. Jensen. Yeah, who knows? AI stuck on April Fool's mode? Yeah, could be. Yeah, Microsoft went up nuts. So I had a buddy that was actually my land manager, and he was asking me about Microsoft and because he was thinking about buying it, blah blah. So I saw something on Twitter today showing it was up like 15%. So I texted him. I was like, "Hey, did you ever end up buying Microsoft?" No. Oh no. Full port of the eval at the 21 EMA to go short. Right here, this one? Is that where you made too much on that candle right there? I bought it during... Yeah, I got Microsoft quite a while ago. I don't own a whole lot anymore, though, because I did lock in some profits. But right now, my problem with Microsoft is the dividend yield is so small. Yeah, no, this is definitely getting very interesting for a potential short down through this area, especially if we get a bounce up and then the bounce puts in a lower high. Because then if we could have something like and then if it comes down here and bounces again, and then we get another lower high, that's where you start to get those descending triangles, and that can work out. But we still have work to do. I would not call this a descending triangle. Okay, I guess potentially maybe some are already saying, what are you talking about? There's a descending triangle right there. Okay, maybe that's fair. I don't know if... Hey, King, good morning. Well, again, Neil, you have to be fair. Just because something's... Neil, come on. You sound like a rookie. How can something be bearish when it's up 700 points? Well, Neil, if you're looking on the 2-minute, I can see why people are starting to question whether or not we're bearish. See, Neil, this is where you go into dent mode sometimes. That's literally what rookies would say. We're up 800 points. How can it be bearish? Because a rookie doesn't understand nuance. But you're not a rookie, you moron. Surely you understand what these people are saying is they're looking at a time frame such as this and now starting to question, is this the start of something bigger? Is this actually a bearish channel? Surely you understand that nuance, Neil. Surely you do. You sound like a newbie right now. That's like a newbie breadcrumb. Neil, are you actually a newbie? I think Neil's a newbie. I think he got started last week. Okay, he's been here longer than a week. But anyways, that's a side note. Did you catch the bull at the entrance of the market today? No. What did I do? I played a bounce off the 21 EMA, one of those. So I guess in a sense, I caught the bull. Passed my 50K in 3 days. 2 micros? Good job. Yeah, micros, they add up. They can add up quick. Nice airplane reference. Yeah, okay. I did not. That was not intended to be. I know I need to see airplane. I'm open to the idea that I'm a communist because I have not seen airplane. I'm open to that idea. I can understand the accusation. I realize I kind of sort of need to see the movie Airplane. I have not yet seen it, though. Maybe the mold from Mom's... I don't know. I was bearish at 180. Yeah. Okay, this is kind of ideally what I'm wanting. Another bounce up now. In order to build the bearish case for me, at least, this high needs to be lower. And as of now, it's looking like it's a lower high, right? We had this high, and we've had a bounce. And if this is as high as this one goes, well, then we're getting lower highs now. So is it prepping for a break down below this area here? That is the question. I know. Yeah. It was a little before my time, and I've not gotten around to seeing it. But yeah, again, I understand. If somebody wants to call me names because I haven't seen it, I accept it. See, the other thing though that I'm wondering and a little worried about is maybe that what if this is not a descending triangle right now and this is the start of like a sideways channel? If that's the case, then all this is we're basically at the middle of this channel. So do I want to diddle in the middle? Because if this is the channel, well then this thing probably going to come up here and get rejected back down. And if I'm getting short right here thinking it's a descending triangle, well then this is gonna be very painful. But as of now, okay, we've come back down. Okay, maybe it is actually a descending triangle. Yeah, I think we've been down that road before with the Shirley thing. So I just need to see it so I get these references a little bit better. I've seen small little clips on I think like Twitter and stuff like that. It seems like my kind of humor. Is it like Dumb and Dumber type humor? If it's like Dumb and Dumber type humor, then yeah, that's oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. The mic might have picked that one up. I apologize. Surely I would. Oh, like the Naked Gun stuff? Okay. Yeah, I always like the one where they do Rambo with Charlie Sheen. What are those ones called? 4 hour chart is in resistance zone. Roger that. Yeah, no, King, absolutely. That's where we were talking about a little earlier. But why? I mean, position size is always very important, but it's even more important on days like this. Hot shots. Yeah, no, not tropical thunder. Hot shots. All right, I might take a swing short. It hasn't broken through here, but even if it does revisit it, where's that right now? 27. Yeah. I don't know. It's almost like, do I wait for the break? Because it has basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Oh. It has cleared through it. Does it get continuation? Yep, there is the break, but now we have the next question. Will it get continuation? And I'm going to try a long here. See if that was just a fake break. Fake out. Now does it snap back up? So looking to play the fake breakdown here. Hopefully it is a fake breakdown. If it's not, this will be a losing trade. I am in. Come on. Come on. I'll take that scalpy scalp. The fake break. No, I know. There's probably another like cool sounding thing for it that's got 8 million abbreviations and a bunch of like 37 syllable words to describe what I just did right there. But like I'm an idiot. I'm a baboon. So I just call those a fake breakdown, right? Because it did break down. It broke down of this pattern, but I thought it might be a fake. Hence a fake breakdown. So that's the Clay, what is that strategy? What would you call that? I'd call that a fake breakdown trade. In fact, I think I could tell a child that and they would know what I'm doing. Oh, so there's a breakdown, but it's actually fake. Yep, that's what a fake breakdown is. So in order to have a fake breakdown, you do first actually have to have a breakdown. And what would make that a losing trade? Well, if it's a true breakdown. If it's a real breakdown, then a fake breakdown's not going to work out, right? That's right, Wes, exactly. Exactly, so Morrow. If I was smart though, I would come up with a very convoluted system and words, almost like that something already exists, and build a cult around it. Where you could just call it a fake breakdown trade, or else you could call it a white cornstalk turkey from Brazil reversal iron octopus trade, Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was the liquidity wick test of the Japanese VWAP. Correct. Yes, exactly. I dug real deep. Yeah. I'll use that as toilet paper, did I? That's what that is. I'll use that term as toilet paper. Absolute joke. An FBT. Yeah, fake breakdown trade. That's right. FBT. I know. Absolute just garbage. What is it gonna do? This is better than any Hollywood movie. The anticipation. Is it actually gonna break down? Or is this gonna, head back up? This yellow line though, goodness. Exactly. You too can learn the FBT for only $1.99. I agree, Neil. It does look pretty heavy on the 5 minute. No, absolutely not, Southpaw. Don't you worry. Bounce from the V. Where's the? Am I missing my VWAP? Yeah, where is my VWAP? Do I? You're. Am I missing it? Yeah, where is the VWAP? Yeah, wouldn't it be up there? It'd be down here somewhere. Oh, Ramu, thank you. Yeah. Okay, let me refresh. I'm a little scared to refresh after the issues, but all right, let's see if I can get my VWAP back. There it is. We back. We got it. VWAP is down here. So yeah, Ramu, I'm not quite sure what you're talking. Oh, I mean, what did you say? Bounce from the VWAP? Well, I don't know. We got a ways to go before I'm thinking about a bounce from the VWAP. Good old Billy Mays. What did Billy Mays? Was he the he was like a bunch of exercise products, right? All right. Well, the refresh. Yeah, refresh did the trick for me. OxyClean. Yes, yes, yes. The guy with the beard. Dang. If this goes straight back up, that's pretty savage because I do agree with Neil. The 5-minute was looking pretty heavy. Now, I didn't agree. I didn't agree clearly enough to take a trade. So, I mean, Sham Wow guy was a crackhead, was he? No, Chuck Norris did like the ab stuff, right? Indicators are coming for a reversal. Okay, Ben, how do you plan on making money from this? Like, what's your trade plan? Can you give us some numbers, brother? So where do you plan on, how do you plan on making money from this reversal? Like, where are you going to get short at? Or, what's your entry point as a number? What's your stop as a number? Can you give us those? Remember Vince with that thing that chopped nuts that you slapped? No. I need to sell Clay's fake break indicate. I mean, people would probably, okay, this might be a short here. Okay, I'm short. I am short. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I don't know. Might have been too trigger happy on it. I don't know. I wanted it a little bit more smoother and wanted it. It still may come down. I admit, might have been too trigger happy on it. Might have been a little too trigger happy. Clay, remember Tony Little? No, I don't think so. Okay, I might try again here. Yep, I will. Hit that green line first. Requirement for me, it's got to go up and hit the green line. Well, that was a stupid requirement, huh? I should have just got in. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Doxol. What is that? That's a Doxol email. I gotta check on something real quick. Folks. I think I just got a Doxol email. Doxol! It is a Doxol. Okay. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Okay, at the tread line. Do we... Oh, no. I don't know if I believe that. I think this might be a short. I don't know if I believe you on the breakout here. That's nasty, though. The fake breakdown trade. For those people that let it cook more, good job. Again, totally all hindsight here. But yeah, I mean, you guys saw me take it from the scalpy scalp standpoint, but broke down, came up. So anywhere around here, stop below there. Just let the thing cook, and yeah, you're getting paid. I obviously chose the scalpy scalp route on it, but is that a TPT transfer? No. Live my life. I think I got the strategy, Clay, because 90% are AI bot people usually trade at the open of the market. Some half hour before the early guys and after news with little risk is. Yeah, I mean, there's only one way to find out if you think you got the strategy. You got to start to obviously put in the market with skin in the game. Okay, I'm going to try a short here if it wants to come back down. We're going to get short at the red line. Basically a fake break of this trend line here. See if it wants to get rejected back down. Get your wife a shake weight. Is that what I think it is? I'm trying to... Going for a short there at the red line. I am in. Keep dropping down, brother. Come on. Come on. I'll take that scalpy scalp. What in the world? Okay, I gotta go do something else now off screen. Oh, is that another? Should I be taking another short here? That looks like maybe another short, but I gotta do something over here real quick. 9, 11. Okay, I think I'm all set. Doxol again. This is a very Doxol day off screen. Hey, good morning, River Rock. The market is testing our patience. Agreed. Agreed. I'm going to call it quits. No! Okay, fine. I guess if you choose your wife over me and us, I guess that's acceptable, Southpaw. Have a good day. Yeah, that's cool, Dean. That's what I like about the market. Dean's making money from the long side. I made money from the short side on the exact same candle. Which is why when somebody's like, that's bearish, it's like, well, I'll concede that for you that's bearish, but for somebody else, that could be bullish, and we can still both make money, as Dean just illustrated there. Hey, good morning, CDP. I'm probably over trading today. I don't know. You were either the second or third person that has described being up and then red and then green and red. So I don't know. I don't know if it's you over trading or just the market in general. Absolutely murdering the range. I guess we do kind of have a range here, huh? So I was thinking up here, but maybe this is actually the range. Now, I'm pressing in areas I should be backing off. Well, are you saying that because those are losing trades? And had they been winning trades, would you still be saying, yeah, that was a winning trade, but I probably shouldn't have hit that button anyways? Okay, I think I got to try another short if it comes up here. Just trying to kind of start to play the range here. See if this is a range. Hey, Cam, what's up, brother? Gonna wait off on this short. Gonna wait off on this short. I think that gonna wait off on the short. There's something not right with that sentence. I don't know what's not right with that sentence, but there's something clunky about it. Gonna wait off on this short for now. I think you're gonna hold off. You're gonna hold off. I guess you could say wait off. Okay. I was working in a company with other future traders, and it happened all the time that one trader took the other ones and both made money. Yeah, yeah. Yup. If you're from Alabama, maybe, yeah. Maybe you have to be from Alabama. Is it an Alabama-ism? What? Okay, Neil, you don't have to replace was with am, and that would be more accurate. Meant to say on, not off. Okay, all right. I knew there was something there. I was like, there's something clunky about this sentence. I think you mean waiter. No, with Neil, I think he probably means waitress. All right, off screen, my Take Robert Trader just charts like reloaded again. And they're doing it again. Oh, there it is right here on the 2-minute. What is going on, Tradeovate? You enter positions on the 2-minute. Correct, yes. Yeah, I enter on the 2-minute, but I am watching other time frames, Chris. Did you know that the toothbrush was invented in Alabama? You bought Kyle's course on dad jokes, didn't you? I don't know what to do with you, Slow Mario. After that one, I can tell you bought Kyle's course on how to tell the worst dad jokes in the history of dad jokes. That was oh my goodness. I don't even yeah. Wow. Yeah, I am. Anyways, let's move on. Let's move on. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say right here. If you've seen this movie, you get it. The hit. Okay, no that. Anyways, yeah. The hideousness of that and just straight joke will haunt my dreams forever. But you have to picture him saying it. What was the name of that movie? That's Mr. Deeds. In hiking that strategy, my analysis works out, Clay. It's taking again. Okay, I understand that, but what I'm saying is what you're saying right now, Abin, are just words. Like my strategy works out. Nobody's saying your analysis does not work out. We're just trying to better understand your analysis, and there's no better way to understand your analysis, or better said, how you apply your analysis to make money, than to give us a trade plan with numbers. Because right now it's just an analysis, right? But like an analysis doesn't actually make you money. A trade plan makes you money. And a trade plan is going to have an entry point part of it. So, like, where do you plan on buying or shorting would be the first number we were interested in. And then we can see how you apply your analysis to make money. But yeah, I'm not saying your analysis does not work. I'm just trying to actually understand how you would take your analysis to make money from. That's all I'm trying to get at. Look at that. Right off the 50 SMA there. The Human League. Instant. No. That's like almost. He was about to be modded, and then he said that joke, so he just set him back at least another 6 months. Strategy is nothing more than pattern recognition. Yeah, to an extent. Yep. A lot of people love the patterns for a strategy. You know, they build around strategy, or they build strategies around patterns. But yeah, I mean, part of a strategy is also the management. You got to be able to manage risk within those patterns and all that sort of stuff. But yes, I agreed that an attribute of strategies is, for a lot of people, recognizing those patterns. Hey, sugar. Still sounds goofy. Still getting in trouble with my wife. Who are you calling sugar on the live stream? It's a dude. Uh huh. So you're calling another dude. It's his name. Uh huh. You really are a dirtball for that kind of name. Get me in trouble. Hey, Clay, was Blossom here? I'm not. No, I've not seen her. If she is here, she has not spoken up. I'll put it that way. I'm just saying, sugar, you're getting me in trouble. It was funny. Yesterday, my daughter had a friend over, so then we were having to drop her off on the way to K-pop, and I don't know. It was I don't remember how it came up, but like something came up and she's like, yeah. Oh, she was like, oh, I had something to say in your live stream. I was like, oh yeah, well, I got to run that by your parents first. I got to talk to your PR department and see what their policy on you being on the internet. So she just laughed. She's like, yeah, no, I don't really have anything to say, but I did hear something about a sugar mamas, and I'm like, oh boy. So yeah, they were up here apparently when I was talking to Chris, the guy whose wife is a doctor. So they were up here during that. I'm like, okay, that's funny. So I might have to explain that to her dad next time I see him. Like, listen, let me explain the context of that sugar mama comment. I was actually saying it in like a very realist, like a literal sense. So I'll have to tell him about Chris and how Chris literally has a sugar mama. It's K-Pot with a T, but it was wonderful. I love that place. I know, hopefully by Thanksgiving. Hopefully by Thanksgiving. The closet will be a thing of the past. Yeah, Big Mama has not been back for a few weeks. I don't know what happened. I don't think I said anything like that would have offended her. I'm not sure. Mango's been here. Blueberries hasn't been here for a while. Well, we're just grinding now, so I want to be a little careful. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would have said to break her heart, but by the way, now that I'm thinking, which technical setup you trade, sir? I trade several different technical setups. Like I think my most recent trade. No, that no. But one of my most recent trades was like a fake break trade. So I don't. I mean, that's just what I would call that setup, just a fake break. But yeah, I trade several different setups. Yeah, more upside. I love up. Hey, Abel. Oh, by the way, Abel. Oh, I never did show that. So everybody here, congrats to private community member Abel. Let me show that real quick. We were talking about that a while ago. Let me. Where'd it go? I totally took a screenshot because he sent me. Okay, let me just. No, I can't do it there. Anyway, all right. Anyways, Abel did get his payment. 20. What was it? 20,000 or 30,000 from Apex. He had the 20 accounts. He took it slow and steady. He met all the rules and jumped through all the hoops. And to Apex's credit, they did pay him. Where did that go? Oh, here it is. Here it is. No, I lied. That's not it. Wait, no, this is it. How did it end up in that folder? Whoops, that's not. Oh boy. Let's see here. What? No, that's not it. That is not it. Doggone it. Oh, here it is. Here it is, I think. There it is, right here. Whoops. Shout out to Abel. $30,000. Boom. And then the reason why that's less is because he's over in the UK. So when it gets converted to the pound, so with the conversion ratio, dang, the pound is doing pretty well to the dollar, huh? 22,000 British pounds worth 30,000. So anyways, anybody that's vacationing from the UK over the United States, they're getting a good bang for their currency. But anyways, there it is. Right there. So shout out Abel. He mapped out the entire journey. He had some losing days along the way, but he kept them controlled. I know some of you are asking about that, but yeah, there we go. Clay, I saw your trading setup, the video. Oh, you mean like my computer, Abel? Look at that. Thanks to the private community support. See? I'm telling you, people, and okay, let me be very clear. This is not like 100% accurate, but there is some like people that like I don't are want to invest in themselves a bit. Like Abel, and I'm not saying that this is the reason why, but he did. In my defense, he literally just did a public shout out and thank you. So is it the only reason? No, but like the private community, like there is a value to it. And here he says, hey, thank you for that support. Thank you for that. I mean, he's literally thanking the private community that I have. Again, I'm not saying that the reason why he crushed it is because of it, but I think it played a part, and I think he'd agree. Hence, I mean, he did just say that publicly there. So there we go. So if anybody's interested in the private community, you should really consider it. There is value to it, especially when it's dirt cheap, all things considered. Trading in solo sport, but having a group helps. Yeah. Question for you, Clay, since I know you OGB. Do you know what the fine line is between trading fast trades like? That's what. Hey, King. Welcome to the beautiful world of Take Profit Trader. There's no scalping rule. So reason number 8 million why I think Take Profit Trader is king of the business. There is no scalping rule. No, that's not the. So what I had this done. Easy trading. There it is. So I had this company build me a computer. If interested, Easy Trading Computers right there. And the one that they built for me was like the Chartinator or something. Chartbreaker. The chart breaker right here, I think. Yeah. Ooh, no, I didn't get the dom. No, that would have been cool. No, glad chart breaker. So that one right here, that's the one I have right now. You might get a discount. I don't know. But if you reach out and say, hey, I'm here through Clay Trader, they might give you some sort of discount. I'm not sure. But if you do let them know that you came through me, they might offer up some sort of discount, but I cannot say that for sure. But I would definitely say it, at least ask, Abel, if you want to go through them. And by the way, I don't get anything. If you buy a computer through them and they do give you some sort of discount, I'm not getting anything from them as a rec. So I'm literally pointing them out and recommending them because, like I said, they built mine and it's been great. So yeah, there is the only reason why I'm bringing that up is because I'm happy with the product. Sugar Clay PC, let's do it. Who was it? Legendary BM, I think. Wow, you got suckered in by some. See, here's the Legendary BM. This is why you are a true baboon. This is why you are a dent. This is so more life. Are you ready for some life advice? I can tell you woke up on the moron side of the bed. Again, Legendary BM. This dude is socially awkward. He has his good days, but he just went in a total baboon moron mode. For those of you that have been around, you know Legendary BM. He's kind of bipolar. Are you still here, Legendary BM? You need a life. I'm gonna give you a free life lesson on how not to be a moron. On how not to be a moron 101. I'm very kind like this. I love to give how not to be a moron 101 lessons to people that need them. Legendary BM. No, I assure you he is not on top. Are you planning to take a trade in today's live? Well, I've already made like 5 trades. Yeah. So you just presupposed, you assumed that I paid for that computer, didn't you? You assumed that I paid for it, huh? Did you assume that I paid for it? I said they built my computer. So before you go laughing at somebody saying they got suckered in, blah, 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 and laugh at them, Maybe don't assume like you did. Not to mention, that's the sign of insecure. I can say with full confidence, Legendary BM is a very insecure person. I get it, Legendary BM. That is your wheelhouse, computers. But I 100% guarantee that you have been suckered in something in your life because that's not an area of your expertise, right? Like we've all been suckered into something that's not our area of expertise. I'm sure we've all overpaid for something because we don't quite understand all the nuances because there's only 24 hours in a day. So we can't research everything out. So, like, it's just, that's such Bush League stuff. You got sucked. Well, yeah, like, I'm sure there are some things on my house build right now that am I overpaying for? Am I getting suckered? And probably. But I don't have time to learn all the intricacies about plumbing, electricity, HVAC, concrete, carpentry, tile work. So I don't know, to laugh at somebody else because they didn't understand something that's in your wheelhouse. To me, that's such a sign of insecurity. It's Bush League. That's fair. Agreed. Okay. Well, I can respect that. That you, instead of trying to do mental gymnastics and digging a hole deeper, you just were like, all right, that is fair. So also, I need to be a little bit more gracious on that too, right? I cannot stand people suckering themselves with the trading. But that's kind of the point of the live stream is to make people aware, hey, if you're day trading stocks with your own money, you're kind of getting suckered in by the market. There's a way better way. So, all right, Legendary BM. I applaud that. I applaud that. Looks like you went back to the other side of the bed and you're like, okay, that's fair. Agreed. All right. Exactly. That is business. Like we're all getting suckered in some sort of way, but am I really getting suckered? Okay, let me put it this way. Is a plumber suckering me in when he comes and fixes things? Okay, here's the saying that explains everything. And I think I got this from this TV show Suits. You don't pay a plumber to bang on the pipes. Does anybody know the rest of that quote? What do you pay a plumber for? Again, the start of this quote is, you don't pay a plumber to bang on the pipes. What are you actually paying a plumber for? There you go, Kyle. You're paying a plumber because he knows where to bang on the pipes. So yeah, are we getting kind of suckered by the plumber? I guess maybe, but if that's not our wheelhouse, there's the give and take of like, well, do I really need to spend 8 hours on a Saturday afternoon with 40 trips to Home Depot trying to figure this out? Or do I just pay the guy $150? It takes him like 10 minutes to do it, but man, what's my time worth, you know? So yeah, did I get suckered for paying somebody $150 for 10 minutes of work? I guess kind of, but if that's not my area of expertise, is it not maybe beneficial to get suckered because my time is more valuable than, $150, 8 hours, you know what I mean? No, I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it that far. I don't think he's here trying to ruin everybody else's day. I think he had a slight oversight, to which he admitted, which I applaud. That is a sign of good intellectual honesty. He's like, all right, you know what, Clay, your point is fair. I agree. So no, I don't think he's here to ruin people's days. I think he just had a little bit of an oversight, which we all have from time to time. I mean, let's be honest. We all need how to not be a moron lesson from time to time, myself included. Myself probably more than others, because I am a dented baboon. Prop firms are helpful, but only on the right circumstance. Rain angels that vary. Some prop firms have shady rules to help players. Yeah, agreed. Yes. When I say prop firms, I'm more so talking about the mainstream ones, and definitely more so through the lens of Take Profit Trader, who I use. But you are right, yes. Prop firms are not all the same. 100% agree on that point. There are some with a million rules, and they get confusing. That's why I like Take Profit Trader. They're a clean set of rules. So for your PC, the one you got from me, what's the GP? I don't know. I'm not sure. You would have, I don't know if it's here or not. Is there a way I can look that up? Hey, Ledger, how do I pull up my stats? Isn't there a way I can do that on my computer? Or I guess any computer guy? How do I pull up my stats to see what my GPU actually is? Yeah, I think we are, by the way, in kind of a sideways channel right now. So for the person I was asking, are you going to make any live trades? I mean, I will. I think I will. I can't say for sure. But yeah, right now we're kind of in the middle of this channel. So that's why we're kind of talking about this other stuff. Right-click My PC Properties. Where do I right-click that at? Down at the... Okay. Let's see. My PC Properties. No, I don't see My PC Properties. Search My PC. Okay, let's try that. Whoops. My PC. About your PC. All right, let me just... I don't think there's any personal information on here, but let's just make sure real quick. Nobody... Hey, okay. Again, I'm ignorant, so I'm going to trust you. Can anybody hack me? Because I see device ID. I see product ID. Is any of this information, like, could anybody use that to hack me? Again, please, now is not the time to troll or lie or anything like that. Yes, they can use it to hack me. Likely not. Okay, well, likely not is not. Yep. Okay, well, I'll just tell you off screen. My GPU, what does GPU even stand for? Is that graphic card? What is GPU? Okay, here we go. I'll do a screenshot of this. I feel... Here we go. All right, I think there's the stats. Is that answering your question, whoever asked? If you aren't gaming. Yeah, I have no idea. Like I said, that's the one he offered me, and I was like, okay. Are you serious? So are you saying I should sell this computer for parts? 2,000 right now. Well, I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I mean, maybe that's not that terrible of a deal. I don't know. Anyways, so there we go. And like I said, I don't know if it will yield anything. But if you're like me and not a computer guy, then yeah, you can consider that. Once again, I'm sure you can, on your own, you can build something for cheaper than this is, right? There's going to be profit margins in here because this is a for-profit business. But going back to the talk of what's your time worth? Do you want to research everything out? Blah, blah. Maybe. Or is it worth paying a few $100 extra more? I don't know. But yes, I would definitely at least reach out and say, hey, I'm here from Clay Trader. Is there any sort of deals by a Clay Trader reference? I don't know again, but I would say it's certainly worth at least asking. I believe it's only going to keep worse. Okay. Online charts are like Minecraft. I think you would get. I'm just joking. I'm not going to scrap my computer for parts because then I don't have a computer. So yeah. It's kind of like ammo, you know. It's like ammo has been like my best investment, like hundreds of percents up on ammo. But then it's like a catch-22. It's like, yeah, but then if I go shoot it, which is fun, but then there goes my invest. I don't know. It's like a weird dichotomy. It's weird. I don't even know if I used the word dichotomy right there. That might have been the wrong. I think that's the right usage of it, but I got one of those mini PCs. Yeah, I got a pretty nice setup now. Laptop with it, a couple extension monitors for like when I travel now. I've done it. Yeah, you guys have seen it a couple times. It is a dilemma. Hey, good morning, Robert. Clay is trading, not gaming. Well, I do have one game. I game every little bit. Game a little bit with Age of Empires 4, but I don't do that a whole lot. In the past, before the house project started, yeah, I usually do like a game. I'd finish up the live stream, and then just to help me kind of decompress, I'd fire up Age of Empires 4, play a game, steamroll some people. Okay, usually I'd get steamrolled, but yeah. Buy more. Yeah, no, there's if you've never built a house, it's a very weird experience. You never quite know what the final price is going to be. So right now, yeah, I'm not spending. Yeah, it's all everything is being devoted towards the house. That is one thing I am really looking forward to is when the house is done. Part of being done is obviously not only house being done, but like finally I have full clarity within my financials. But I've been operating in the gray in my financials for the past yearish, and as somebody that likes to have a clear picture of my financials, building a house has been not a fun experience. But I understand why you can't quite, because if you decide to maybe upgrade all of a sudden here, or if people start launching missiles and then oil prices go boom in the upwards direction, material costs can all of a sudden change. Thankfully, I was not building during COVID, because that is one of those things where I've heard the stories. My lumber package was X, and then 3 days later, my lumber package went up by 100%. Again, I realize that was a very strange, unique time, but point being, building a house project for somebody that likes to have clarity in your numbers is a horrific experience. And it's just part of the process. So I'm not implying that anybody is scam. It's just, you just don't know. Because that tile versus that tile, well, now all of a sudden you're looking at different numbers, right? They would have saved like 13,000 if they just waited a couple of months. Oh, because the lumber prices all of a sudden fell. That's such a tricky game though, because in their defense, for all they knew was lumber prices about to double or triple again. You should have bought the lumbers. No, I think I did okay with lumber. I did pay a little bit more, but that was mainly due to the when I was getting ready to buy. Well, no, I take it back. I had I waited another couple weeks, I would have had to pay more, because the lumber guy was like, lumber prices are actually okay, but diesel prices were going up, so now you're getting some of that's infiltrating in. So your lumber package is going to increase in price. Again, nothing crazy, but that was due to diesel prices, and that was what, like 6 months ago now. I don't remember when that was. Everything's blurring together, but how much estimated will the house be when it's finished? Can I give you a range, Sam the man? Can I just give you a range of numbers? Or does that work for you, brother? Well, we have a potential breakout to the upside of the channel. Sure. It'll be between $1 and $10 million. There we go. Thank you. Next question. Hey, Charles. Yeah. Charles, new person showed up yesterday from Alaska. So yeah, that seemed. I mean, that's a whole other game. I would assume when materials have to be flown in by helicopter, that's a whole other cost dynamic. Can we plan for long entry here? Shiv, I don't know. I don't know your. So here's the thing. If I were to answer that question, that makes me an extremely arrogant person. In what way? Well, that would be me assuming I know your strategy equally as well as you. But I don't know if we've ever met. So how could I know anything about your strategy? Therefore, how could I ever answer that? So best I can do, Shiv, is just say, well, does your strategy say that you should plan for a long entry here? But yes, I try my best not to be arrogant. And the epitome of arrogance would be for me to answer that question, because that would imply that I think I actually understand your strategy. And I know nothing about your strategy. So best I can do, brother, is just say, well, what does your strategy say you should do? And follow that. Because you definitely know your strategy better than I do, considering I know absolutely zero about your strategy. I have a question on the drawdown. Is that a large risk? No. Well, I don't know what you mean by risk, but no, your risk here is $102, right? Because that's what you're buying. For $102, you're buying this account. One way to violate the rules and lose the account, aka blow up the account, is to lose $2,000. Now, if you're using your own money and you lose $2,000, that's $2,000 of your own money. But with props, $2,000 just means you lose the account. But because you only paid 102 for the account, that's your actual risk. So no, I would say the risk with prop firms is actually very, very, very low. Hi, honey. How are you? Huh? You just get a crackhead that shows up or what? I recognize the name. Casanova. I can't remember. I think Casanova's on the troll watch list. I'm not saying Casanova is a troll, but I recognize the name for some reason. I'm thinking for trollish reasons. I'm back. What did I miss? What was your other name? Dude, teach me. Don't recognize that at all. What was another name you were here under? I thought there was a rule for max. Yeah, right. Exactly. That's the drawdown. So on the 50K account with Tape Rap Trader, that's the drawdown, 2,000. And that will blow your account. Man, why are you changing screen names, Steel Beats? Go back to the one I'm used to, brother. Come on now. That's it. That's 2,000. If you lose 2,000, the account's gone. But out of your pocket's only 102. What is your strategy? The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. I am a dented baboon, not very smart, so I can't. I don't have any cool sounding terms. I don't have any complicated abbreviations. I just like candlesticks, some moving averages, VWAP. I just got to keep it simple for myself because I am, like I said, a dented baboon. So yeah, my strategy is the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. I know you're killing me though. I'm in the spirit of me truly trying to get to know all of you and remember all of you. Like when you stick with the same names, that makes my life a lot easier because now I'm devoting brain power to try to remember the same person under two names. Maybe I should just not care. Like, screw it. Who cares? I don't want to get to know anybody. I don't care about recognizing people. That would make my life easier. Like when people are coming with their various names, it wouldn't bother me at all. Maybe that's the better way. Just not care anymore. I will get long, or at least I'll consider a long if it pulls back to this area here. I do. I have a weird memory. If you say the same, keep the same avatar and the same name, and if you show up on a relatively routine basis, my memory is very bizarre in that regards. And I remember weird facts about people. A game show where our usernames are hidden and you have to guess who we are. I don't know if I'm that good. That's a bad attitude. It might be. But if a bad attitude is efficient, is it actually bad? Think about that one. Okay, Raspberry, you might be right. You might be right. Once I learn someone's name, I never forget it. That's good. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm terrible with names in real life, though. That's what I mean. My brain is weird. 199 rejection here, and we'll see. All I'm saying, Rebel, is if I chose really not to care to like, okay, well, who cares? Like, do I actually want to try to remember screen names and blah, blah, blah? I don't know if that's a bad attitude. That just saved myself a headache of when people change a name. Don't you have to define the time frame on that, Evan? Aren't there a lot of different orbs out there? Like, don't you have to define if you're looking at the 15-minute or the 30-minute? Well, no, I never said I didn't care. I was just throwing out the idea. Maybe I should stop caring. And then that would make it not annoying when people show up with different names or change their pictures. The only thing dents are good at is remember the P&L. I don't. Do you remember your P&L? I know you can't stop. You're probably right, Rebel. Orb see, well, no, I no, that's I don't think that's true. Because the orb, the 15-minute orb is going to be different than the 30-minute orb, and that's going to be different than the 5-minute orb. So no, the orb I don't think can be the same. I am not talking. Oh, Evan, Evan, good, Evan. Oh, Evan, you're gonna drive. You're gonna drive me. Is my marker already up somewhere? I see what you're saying, Evan. Oh, there it is. When I say 5-minute, I don't mean 5-minute time frame. I mean you wait 5 minutes, you mark out the high and the low, and then there's your range. Or the 15-minute orb. What I mean by that is you wait 15 minutes, and then you mark out the high and the low. I'm not talking about the time frame. I'm talking about the literal range of which you're dictating what the orb should be. Like the daily orb, if there's such a thing, you'd have to wait for the entire day to finish to figure out where the range is. Whereas if it's the 5-minute orb, you'd have to wait 5 minutes to figure out where the ranges are. I like the 18-month orb. 18-month orb is my favorite. Okay, I lied. I lied. Actually, the decade. I like the decade orb. Evan, are you rage baiting me right now? It is from the open. The question, well, I don't know if it's, but the question would be, well, how far from the open? Like 5 minutes from the open? That would be the 5-minute orb. Or 15 minutes from the open? That would be the 15-minute orb. Anyways, the decade orb is the best one. So this is I'm at 20 years in the market. So I now have I've taken, over the past 20 years, I'm now looking at potentially my second trade ever. Because I had to wait 10 years before I could take my first trade. So I got that trade. And then this is year number 20. So finally I have the next decade orb levels mapped out. So maybe this year I will officially make my second trade ever, even though I've been trading for 20 years. That is the power of the decade orb right there. The century orb, I mean, you gotta be pretty good health for that one. All right, Spy Legendary, which way are we gonna go today? Are you going down the rage bait way the entire day, or are you gonna just be like? I don't mind a little comedy here and there, but which way are we gonna go today? Good way. Okay. Hey, thank you, Fish. I appreciate that. The beginning of Wall Street orb. Oh, that'd be pretty intense. Yeah, see, you've already started. Whatever you like, I will do. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So you've already started the sarcasm, huh? Oh, Bowser was a nothing burger. He did show back up, and then after appearing, all we learned was that he just uses a different word than than most people. Most people use the word price movement or price action. He just chooses to use the word manipulation, and then everything else is like he's just like the rest of us. We're trying to figure out what the price action is going to do. He's trying to figure out what the manipulation will do. So, yeah, it was a nothing burger. Jay, I'm not going down. I don't feel like talking about that story. I'm not even going to bite on that one. But again, when people are talking about the orb, it's been a while since I've given this speech. Does trading need to be rocket science? It does not. However, does trading need to be more than this? The orb. So if you're planning, your strategy is this. Yeah, absolutely, Spy Legendary. That's the epitome of what you can do. Sure, as long as you're, ahead of time and all that. But if this is what you plan on doing, I plan on doing the 15-minute orb, meaning I'm going to wait 15 minutes, mark out the high, mark out the low. That way I can get the range. And then I'm going to buy the breakout, or I'm going to short the breakdown. And there we go. I have my consistently profitable strategy. I'm going to be able to quit my day job. I'm going to be able to, there we go. Okay, it's not that quite simple. Now, if you're using the orb as something that's part of something way bigger, then I have no problem with the orb. But if by orb you mean doing that, I'm telling you right now, trading is not quite that straightforward. I wish it were that straightforward. So, yeah. When people are like, "Oh yeah, the orb is good," or the orb is blah blah blah, maybe if it's within the context of a bigger strategy. But if all they mean is what I just mapped out there, unfortunately, trading is not quite that straightforward. Yeah, patience goes a long way, JJ. Okay, potentially a trade coming here. Yeah, well, hedge funds and institutional traders they aren't trading like we are. Like an institutional trader gets a block. They're like, okay, huge client wants 50,000 shares of Google. Like you can't go and you could go put a market order for 50,000 shares of Google. But if you did that, the market's going to see it and things are going to get nuts. So institutional traders like, okay, how do I sneak around and try to not make the market aware that I'm out here buying 50,000 shares? But yeah, I institutional traders are I don't think they're not necessarily like what we're trying to do. Jackson Fu, down, down, down. Like if you're a trader and you work for a hedge fund, the hedge fund owner is probably like, all right, yeah, let's dump. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, we have about 800,000 shares of Coke. Yeah, we got to get rid of those. But make sure the market doesn't realize we're dumping, but dump them. Okay, that's their job. So, I would imagine if this was Coke, an institutional trader's probably, okay, bounce. Okay, let me sell on a strength. Oh, crap, I sold too much. Okay, stop. Okay, let me sell some more here. Maybe they panic out. Crap, I'm okay. That's just that's what a hedge fund trader is more than likely doing. Sorry, that was my kid. No problem. Your kid apparently thinks it's going down. Hedge fund traders, institutional traders, their basic jobs are to be ninjas. They're either looking to load up with big size with going undetected or looking to dump big size. Right? If you're working for Warren Buffett and he wants to reduce his, he wants to take his position in, I don't know, Apple from 10% down to, 8%. Sure, that's only a 2% reduction, but like then you equate the number of shares that need to be sold. And of course, they don't want people to know in real time that Warren Buffett's dumping 2%. So like he's telling his traders, you better be ninjas about it. Don't let the market see what you're doing. But we got a lot of shares to unload. Okay, getting close to potentially a long here. I wanted this yellow line, but maybe I'm being too picky. Maybe it bounces right off the 21 EMA. Okay, I appreciate that, Spy Legendary. There we go. 125 long, I think. Yeah, we're at me and Spy Legendary, we're in the same general vicinity. I'm more so up here around 130-ish, but And Spy Legendary. Jokes here and there are fine. I'm not saying you can't have a sense of humor, but yesterday was a little excessive. Kind of like MT Ski. He doesn't talk a lot, but when he does, it's like, I don't think he's ever said anything serious. But to his credit, he only like talks once every 5 live streams. Oh boy. I want to get long here, but my ego is like, Clay, don't look stupid. Don't get long and then have it dump, and then you're going to look like the idiot that wasn't patient enough. So yeah, my ego is whispering that in my ear right now. Man, this has been a good live stream. Thank you, everybody. We're having some good conversations. Looked up. We're at 1 hour and 45 minutes. Last week on some of those days, it would have been like, oh man, I've been here for 2 hours for sure. And then I'd look and be like, 15 minutes? What? Huh? So I like it. Chat box is staying active. We're having some good conversations. Yeah, when the market is moving around like this, it does help out quite a bit too. You guys are talking with one another. That's always good. Shows interaction in the chat box. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure to do that too. One of those little small things that actually makes a difference. I used to be so good at reminding people to hit the like button, but I just have really trailed off. Hey, Max, what's up? Okay, green line right there to get long. Five contracts would be a 1K loss. Oh, you're talking about that one guy's... Yeah, legendary, yeah. He usually does smaller size, so I'm assuming he's not loading up with like 20 MNQ or something. Okay. Ooh, wait. I might have to move that down. Yeah, let's come. What is that? I'm actually thinking of playing the 21 EMA in the 5 minute, which is at basically 110. I don't want to. 110, that's pretty far. I don't want to outthink myself, but I'd probably prefer to get a little bit closer to the 21. Okay, let's do this instead. Let's come down here. There we go. So still about 10 points above the 21 EMA. Oh, I really want to just get long here. Okay, we might be getting a lesson on on why not being patient is gonna. But I mean, this is still looking like a decent entry point right here. It's oh boy, I'm nervous because I'm not following what my trade. Okay, yeah, okay, there we go. Whew. Okay. Oh crap. Did it bounce right off where I would have been? Would I have been filled? I don't know. I think I was at like 130. I still don't think I would have been filled. Okay, here we go, maybe. Man, I'm glad I didn't get long there. I was so close to pulling that trigger. That would have been... Not that this entry is guaranteed to work, but... No, middle finger. I'm doing the middle finger down there. Because we got the middle finger aligning with the 50 SMA. Change of plans, middle finger trade. Here we go. Maybe. Come on. Okay, we're almost at the 21 EMA in the 5 minute. Still haven't hit the 21 EMA in the 5 minute. You're long now? That is true. You are long. I'm hoping it drops down here. Spy Legendary. And then I'm going to be cheering right alongside you. But technically speaking right now, I am cheering against you. But that'll just be temporary. Wait, I forgot where your stop was at. Hopefully that's not your stop down there. No, wait, your stop was like 100 points. Clay's hoping it takes Spy out. No, I don't think so. I think Spy's stop loss was like 100 points. So I just want Spy to go a little bit into the red so I can get filled. And then we're both on the same team. And then I want it to go to the moon for the both of us. As of now, it bounced right off. Right off. Like, if you don't believe me, no problem. Just pull up the 21 EMA on your 5-minute, and you'll see it bounced right off of it. Whoops. Maybe I outthought myself, but let's see. So far, my restraint. So far. Yeah? Her what? No, it's in the drawer. No, it's not in here. Two NQ, not MNQ. Randy, I do that here. So up here, click on that, and then bar countdown settings right there. I need to be sent to Overtraders Anonymous. Oh, come on. Remember when I was like, okay, I think I'm going to just violate my plan. I think I want to get long right here. Man, I'm glad I waited. If the green line here turns blue, I am in. I know, I say that every time, but I think there's always maybe some new people here that it's just a habit now. It's just a habit. I'm in Overtraders Anonymous. I'm not going to trade until August 11th. What's August 11th? What's special about August 11th? Is that when you get your next paycheck so you can buy your next account? Come on down. Yep, next pay. Gotcha. Depth of knowledge. The dock? As in the dock soul? Last couple Fridays I blew chunks all over my... Like, did you cook them, Bill? Or did you just do damage to them but you still have them? Right at the previous day's high? Are we? Well, as somebody that doesn't really use the previous day's high, I guess that just costs me here. To be fair, though, it continues to bounce right off the 21 EMA. It has now done it again. Yeah, we're cooking now. Depth of knowledge, strength. There we go. There we go. We're building. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like it. Again, things have changed. Not a huge fan of seeing what was a green candle all of a sudden getting smacked back down. Yeah, you're welcome, Randy. If your decision of when to buy account... That smackdown got me out. So you were short then? Or it got you out, like stopped you out? My wife asked me if there was something on my desk, and this thing I'm pretty sure is not, but... Do I have an order out there still? I can't remember. No, I don't. Okay. Oh, ducks. Oh, I forgot about these. Great, great. One of my glasses, my old man glasses for my eyes, got broke. Got broke? I think that's English, but here's another. Here's another pair. I thought I had extra somewhere. There we go. I gotta clean my office. That's the learning lesson I'm getting right now. This? What is it? This could be a live stream in itself. What's at Clay's desk? And I just go through everything. Dot so. That's a nice. Check. I have so many checks here because I always do the mobile deposit, right? And then it's the mobile deposit. You want to wait a few days just to make sure. And then that check was like from. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Did I just? Sorry. That's probably there might have just been some inappropriate screenshot. Okay, that was yeah. Anyways. I know you guys liked it, but you ladies out there, I apologize. All right. Is this where it's I don't know. Unintentionally cleaned a couple things. Hey Clay, advice would you give for overtrading the what advice? I mean, I think that's where prop firms help out quite a bit because in all actuality, if you look at a prop account itself as a trade, and this might not work for everybody, but the world I come from, 18 years of no prop firms is like for me, if I'm wrong on a trade, I mean it could very easily, very routinely be $300, $400, $500, just like that. Oh, I was wrong, boom, there's $500 gone. So for me, when I look at a prop firm, and then I look at a prop firm as each account is a trade itself. So account equals one trade, and then what's the stop loss? Meaning, okay, if I'm wrong with this account, aka if I blow up the account, I mean, what is my loss? So for example, here, if you're going through this mental exercise, so Shammy, I'm you right now. Okay, I'm Shammy. Okay, I want to get the 50K of purchasing power. It's going to cost me 102. If I lose 2,000 though, that means I failed. I lose the account. Well, okay, so if I look at this as my trade, my stop loss on the trade, aka the money that's actually being threatened of coming out of my pocket, is only 102. So to me, I think that could help people overcoming the fear of a loss. It's like, well, dude, the loss is $100. Now, if you have no baseline, right? If you're not coming from the world where a normal loss could be $300, $400, $500, if not more, then maybe that doesn't work as well. But for me, it's like, dude, I'll swing big. I'm coming from the days where, so if it were me, I would just say prop firms are great because prop firms, that is what your actual loss is. In that example, like $100. And within the big picture of things, in a financial market with billions and trillions of dollars, it's like $100 is like, okay. And down it goes. So glad I canceled that out. Again, I had my reasons, and in my defense, those reasons turned out to be good reasons. Thank you, Dork. I did get that yesterday. I did write it yesterday. I did have write a check today for insulation. So insulation check has been written too. We are okay. On the 5 minute, we have the 50 SMA here at 040. So I am going to try down here for a long. So it is a knife catch. I would argue a logical knife catch though. I think I have good reason to think that could be the bottom of the knife. Okay, that was a good short. That saved my day. See, that's what I mean, Neil. I don't know. Are you over trading? Or are you just taking setups, managing your risk, and then boom, sounds like you nailed a really good one. And that's kind of the whole point. With risk management, all it takes is one, and you can, in your words, save your day. Why do you use 2 minute instead of one? So do you use the one, Benny? I think they're gonna break the 50 and then move up. Who's they? It sounds so mysterious. I use 1 minute. Okay. So I promise I promise I'm answering your question by asking you a question. Why do you use the 1 minute? In fact, Benny, what if I were to put some words in your mouth, would you be okay with these words? If you were to say, "Well, Clay, I use the 1 minute because it best helps me implement my strategy." Would that be fair words to put in your mouth? Is there a scalp to the upside setting up, Clay? Well, I mean, right here I have an order to get long, so we'll see. Well, yes, that's fair. Okay, cool. Well, then I give you the same reason. I use the 2 minute because it best helps me implement my strategy. Does that make sense? They, the sellers. Okay, cool. Cool. 223, I can get behind that answer. I'm glad I didn't hear any tinfoil answers, like the Illuminati or something like that. No, come back down. That what break even is usually complex. That what break even is. Sorry, I'm not sure what that's in regards to. The dinosaurs? Dang, that's a first. I've heard of algorithms and market makers and big banks and the Illuminati. The Illuminati is basically not a. Who was that? We had somebody where he just refused. He kept. His mental gymnastics led him to basically concluding the Illuminati controls the market. So that was interesting. But yeah, now we have the Now I do realize that Rodrigo is joking, but for entertainment's sake, hearing the dinosaurs, that's a new one. A fossil fuel statement. Who was that? Was anybody here for the Illuminati discussion? That was like 3 or 4 months ago, I think. Probably some of you are here. I don't remember what that guy's name was. That was an interesting one. No, Kevin, I don't know. You were not there. If you were here, Kevin, then you're here under a new name. Have you been here before, Kevin? Plays. Have you been banned before, so you came back under a new name? Then no. Okay. I'm in the Illuminati. It's pretty awesome. Good discounts. Cool. You like get discounts on groceries and stuff? Curious, do you believe that an organizer entity can move the market up or down? I mean, for maybe a quick second, sure. Like if there is a massive hedge fund that, again, going back to like on Apple, if Warren Buffett wanted to create a crash in Apple, he could just dump his entire position. He would get taken to the woodshed. It would be a terrible trade for him, but could a temporary blink? Sure. But the people that think this are the people that are just very wrong. Like if you think that, okay, market makers, they can bring the price up, then they can bring the price down, they can create a nice bull flag, and then they can get to break out. Yeah, that sort of control, no. And very, very easy to debunk that definition of control. But sure, if somebody dumps all of a sudden and creates a flat, sure. But like they're getting taken advantage of in that situation, and they are, and it's very, very temporary. Same on NQ. If somebody has a massive amount of NQ and then decides to hit the market button and then just dump them all at once, sure. But that would be very stupid for them. But yeah, there is nobody out there with the power to like build bull flags and then okay, now the market makers are like let's have a head and shoulders. That no. Well, spoofing is one thing. Building bull flags is another thing. So we're jumping categories. Sure, you can spoof an order, but spoofing an order is not literally controlling the price where you like build out patterns and cause breakouts and blah blah blah. All right, maybe a short here actually. This is looking a little Interesting for potentially a move down. So we'll look to get short at the red line here if it wants to come down. I am in. Come on. Oh my goodness, what a candle. Take that little scalpy scalp. It is a scalpy scalp kind of day. Again, I don't know if you're trolling right now, Spy Legendary, but it is very, very easy to. I'm not sure if this is what you're saying, but if you were saying this, very easy to debunk. If you're saying that something can bring, so let me just, for clarity's sake, I don't want to misrepresent what you're saying. Are you saying that something has the power to bring the price up, bring it down, like I said, form a little bull flag there, and then cause a breakout? Is that what you're saying? Something out there has the power to do that type of control, to literally build bull flags, cause bull flags to break out? Are you saying that there's something out there with that power? Because that's how I'm defining control or manipulation. The power to literally build bull flags and cause the price to break out, meaning we want the price to go up, so we're going up. Is that what you're saying is possible? Yes. Okay. No, that's very easily. Okay. Yes, algorithms. Okay. So, and who controls these algorithms? Like the big banks, hedge funds, market makers, who? Market makers. Okay. What about you? 223. Okay. So I'll just go with market makers. So per Robin's claim is market makers have basically pure control, total control, because there's no way else to describe No, someone who have about 100 million can do it. Okay, so big banks then. Big banks have $100 million, no problem. Hedge funds have $100 million. Okay, fine. So I'm just going to I'm going to talk about two things at the same time. I'm just going to call it big money, right? Yes, mix. Again, no, Robin, don't try to backtrack. Your claim, I asked very specifically, is there something? You said yes, the market makers. Legendary says somebody with $100 million. So I'm just going to call market makers and somebody with $100 million big money. So your guys' claim is that big money can do this. All right, fellas. Okay, let's bring the price up. Let's bring it down. Let's bring it back up again. Surely, I think we can all agree, dang, that is total control. That is a whole lot of power. That is what you said is possible. So here's my question to both of you. If you look back in economic history, market maker firms have gone out of business. Big banks have gone out of business. In other words, people with over $100 million. Hedge funds have gone out of business. Those that over $100 million. Bear Stearns, Lehman Brothers, people with billions of dollars have gone out of business. So how is it possible that somebody with the amount of control that you claim they have, how have they gone out of business? How could they go out of business? Can you answer that for me, please? Wrong timing does not exist in your world. Per your definition, they control the price. It's impossible to have wrong timing if you control which way the price goes. That makes zero sense. Impossible to have wrong timing under your definition of control. They shorted and a bigger fish caught them in and pushed them up and out. But you just told me they can control the price. Wait a second, we have a contradiction. You just told me they can control the price. Now you're telling me that somebody else came along and controlled the price and crushed them. So I guess they can't control the price then. So which is it? It's almost as if there is no manipulation. It's just buyers and sellers. It's just people making decisions. Not every whale go in the same direction. Robin, you are backtracking now. You told me that they have this power. How can they ever lose? How can you have wrong timing if you have that amount of power? It's almost as if you're saying, well, no, they don't actually have that amount of power because they can have wrong timing. You can't have wrong timing if you have that amount of power, right? If I control which way the price goes and I say I'm going to buy now because I'm going to make the price go up, well, then I'm setting the standard of what would good timing be. So it sounds like, Rob, and it sounds like you guys are now describing a battle of decisions, a battle of buyers and sellers. That's what it sounds like you're describing, to which I would agree with. Hey, Keeping the West Wild is back. Yes, agreed. Okay, Robin. So then, in other words, you don't believe in what you originally told me you believe. You don't believe that there's anybody out there that can literally bring the price up, bring it down, and bring it back up again. So good. Yes, they do, Clay, but it is in the Forex markets. Again, no, Bob. Once more, you all buyers get caught and sellers get caught. True, exactly. So it's supply and demand. Nobody is out there manipulating and controlling the price in the way you originally said they were. So that's where, you're going to find yourself with using logic and economics history in a massive problem if you want to say that there is something out there and this something is either a market maker or somebody with $100 million that just controls the price. Because then those people wouldn't be going out. Those people would not be going bankrupt. Those hedge funds would not be going kaput. Those banks would not be collapsing if they could just be like, well, which direction do we need the price to go up to make money? Well, because we control the price, let's just make the price go up. Why do hedge funds go out of business? Because they made bad decisions. Agreed. Wrong timing. Agreed. Why do big banks go out of business? Because they made poor decisions. Because they don't control anything. Well, that's not what I asked you, Legendary. I asked you something very, very specific. I said, does somebody have the power to do this, this, and this? And you said yes. And now you're backtracking. Again, I even took time, well, I want to make sure I'm not misrepresenting what you're saying. Are you saying this? And you said yes. Okay, Robin, misunderstood. Fair enough. That happens. No problem, brother. But Spy Legendary, I asked you very specifically, and you said yes. And then I used logic and economic history, and now you're floundering around, moving the goalpost. And now you're basically saying what I've been saying this whole time. Exactly. Banks have prime customers. A hedge fund. Again, Bob, all I'm saying is this. If you believe control is defined as this, somebody or something has the ability to bring a price up, bring it down, and then bring it back up again, like build a bull flag, then I know. There is nothing that has that amount of control. That is how I'm defining control. That's not what I asked you, Spy Legendary. I asked you something very specific, and you said yes. And then I trapped you in a logical contradiction, and now you're trying to rearrange everything. Just say, be like Robin. Be like, oh, okay, that's true, yeah. Or just say, oh, okay, Clay, I misunderstood. Stop with the mental gymnastics. I got you, buddy. Good old economic history and a little bit of logic just trapped you, and that's okay. It happens. Yeah, he's getting close to. Now I'm realizing why he doesn't stick around very much. My favorite is like, Okay, Bob, I'm okay. Some people, I try to be as clear as possible, and then they never mind. But you usually people give me the answer of, well, they took on too much risk, and that's why those banks go out of business. It's like, well, there's no such thing as too much risk if you control the price. Like there is no risk if you control the price, per my definition. Okay, all right, fair enough. If English is not your first language, maybe you misunderstood. 100% control, no. Okay, then we agree. Some people do agree that, like, quite literally, there is something out there that 100% like just moves the market around. And then those people, so, yeah, the kind of risk where there is no risk because you, by definition, control what the price does. It is a tug of war. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Correct. The invisible hand of supply and demand. Bingo. Yeah, John, exactly. He's the doofus that's got everybody. I think a lot of people thinking that way. I mean, that is how you build a cult, though, right? There is something that controls the market, and guess what? Either I am that thing, or I have access to the thing, or I used to have access to the thing. So I understand the thing that controls the market. Therefore, follow me, right? Very simple marketing, very simple structure to build a cult from. Lehman Brothers CEO of 2008 is doing fantastic today. Never faced criminal charges or went to jail. Yeah, yeah. To me, I'm not sure that. Do you think he should have? I don't remember enough of what was going on back then to really. I mean, I was in the markets day trading, but like that's must be some tasty. Yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. If you're brand new and you don't know any better, and somebody's telling you the market is controlled by an algorithm or by whatever, and that I either wrote the algorithm or I have access to the algorithm or I used to have access to the algorithm. So hey, follow me because I understand how this thing that controls the market work. Why would you not follow that person, right? That's a passion topic for me to discuss. That is nonsense, and it's very easy to like I said, if your definition of control is like literally do whatever you want with the price, yeah, economic history and logic is going to quickly box you into a very awkward spot. Yeah, that's true. I forgot Elon is your uncle, Frank. That's true. Nice move up here. Might look for a short up around here. Not might, I will. I don't know if I'm going to take one, hence looking for a short. I'm not saying I will short, but like right up around there. Interesting spot. Let's see what happens. He's your uncle too? Dang. Uh-oh. Cue the mystery music. Just caught that rocket ship. Good job, Zach. Locked out of all my accounts, 600 billion. Hey, Amarius, let's go, brother. That's a great day. I'm his trans daughter. I guess that checks out. That would check out. That pop was the Elgo and the Swedes. Yes. Was it the Swedes or was it the Finns? Is that how you say people from Finland? What are people from Finland called? I think the Finns, right? Just had a small rejection at 72. Roger that, Marcus. Finnish. But how would I refer to them like in the plural, like multiple? The Finnishes or the Finns? Like the Swedes, like I understand if you're from Sweden, you're Swedish. But like, how do I refer to multiple Swedish people? I think that's the Swedes. So how do I refer to multiple people from Finland? I think that's the Finns. I don't know. Honest question here. I'm looking for a short up around the yellow line, so still wait. Do I buy a little miniature pullback here? Yeah, all right. I'm going to try a little miniature pullback. I think I hope there's still some momentum here. I think there's still some momentum, just a temporary little pullback. But if this thing is going to be one of these candles where it just gives it all back up, this won't be fun. Okay, I'm in. Come on. Okay, take another little scoop. Mommy, wow, that's a kid that's going through puberty. Let's try that again. Mommy, why is this man saying so many cringe-worthy things? Because I'm cringe, brother. Dallas Stars have a bunch of Finnish plays. We call them the Finnish Mafia. Oh, Finnish players. One, the squeeze happened and the carry trade unwinds, no new buyers. So yeah, it is manipulation. Again, Bob, that's why we're talking two different definitions. That's why I like people to define what they mean by manipulation. It sounds like you don't define manipulation in the sense that I am. Like, we could all, as a group, as a chat community here, go manipulate a penny stock, right? We could find a penny stock with no volume on it. We could all buy some, and then we could all save a little bit of capital and then go buy more and create a bunch of explosion upwards. And then we hit social media and say, look at this thing. It's booming. It's going to go to the moon. And then we try to bring in other people. And then we put our orders on the offer. And then we dump on these people. Like, we could all completely manipulate a penny stock in that sense. But, like, could we continually manipulate? No. So, I mean, yes, there are some things that are manipulated, but manipulation defined as literally the ability to build bull flags and cause breakout, no. But keeping the West wild, it's good to see your pretty face there. We're all worried that you're never going to show up again, but it's good to have you back. Assuming you're still here. I saw the name, though. I did. Okay, I think I saw the name. Maybe I hallucinated. Did anybody else see Keeping the West Wild's name, or is it, what did I hallucinate? Please don't gaslight me here. That too, John. It's like I'm not quite sure. Yeah, hedge funds and big banks and J.P. Morgan and bank. I'm not. Do they really care about the 1 minute? I don't know. I'm not quite sure on that one. He was here? Okay. Well, at least he... Okay, thank you. Thank you, nobody, for gaslighting me. Because you guys could have made me feel like I was totally crazy. No, Clay, didn't see him? I guess I could have scrolled up if I really needed to, but... Well, the scalpy scalp was a dummy dumb move. Granted, all hindsight, but like I said, today's a scalpy scalp kind of day. Just another manic scalp. Okay, I might try a short here. If it wants to go back up again, go back up. Looking for like a little fake break of this area right here. Go back up again though. Show me green. Show me green. I need more green than that, brother. Need more green. No, need more green. Maybe this is stupid. Because if this thing dumps, I'm going to be sitting here like, well, that was a stupid requirement, but give me a little bit more green. Little bit more green. There we go. Okay. We'll look to get short at the red line if it comes back down. Yeah, it was very warranted. Because your math was, you were basically trying to just, hey, look at me, I'm smart. Like, and it was, you were missing the main point. And the fact that you were not willing to see the main point is where it's like, okay, dude, I figured you were just having a bad day. Because I assumed that, because the fact that you could not see the core point that was trying to be conveyed, and the fact that you're going into like, look at me, I'm trying to make a obscure point. Like you're like doing lottery logic. Like I made the claim, hey, playing the lottery is stupid. And then you were playing the role of, well, tell that to the guy that picks the right numbers. It's like, okay, yes, that is true. Off in the outlier world, if you pick the right numbers to the lottery, that was actually a good decision. But like the core point is playing the lottery is bad. And the fact you didn't realize that you were like arguing that one point was like, okay, you're not like wrong per se, but like what do you like? But that's not the core point. And you never realized that. So I assumed you just chalked that up to like, you must just be having a bad day. And we've had that before. People show up, regular names, and they're off their looper. They're like, what? You're not yourself today. And then I give them a timeout and they come back, and every other time except this case, they come back, they're like, yeah, sorry, Clay, I had a bunch of losing trades. I was just upset. It's like, hey, no problem. So I assumed that was the case for you. But I guess you're still not seeing what I was trying to convey. And you were deciding to make the, like, spoons are really great. Well, Clay, there's a kid murdered by a spoon in 1772. Tell that kid that spoons are great. It's like, okay, I do agree. In that situation, maybe spoons are not great. But like broadly speaking, spoons are pretty cool, right? You can win any argument using outliers. Around here, I call it lottery logic. Right, keeping the West wild. And what I was trying to tell you, and I'll say this again, I conceded your point, but this is the point you're missing. Prop firms still are better in your situation. Because, yes, if you use your own money, as you just described, there will be trades where if you were with your own money, it would have actually turned out to be a winning trade. Whereas the prop firm blows you up and it's a losing trade, game over. I conceded that. The problem is those trades where you're able to survive with your own money. Yeah, you're starting to hold in hope. You're starting to do things that the prop firm would not allow you to do. But because it's your own funds, you can do. So sure, you'll stay in a winning trade. But the problem is the bad habits being developed. And eventually those things are going to come back up and bite you. So I would rather just have the prop firm drive good habits into you with those rules. So yes, I do admit that with your own funds, you will be able to get away with things, and some trades that would have been losers in a prop firm are winners with your own money. However, those are bad habits, and eventually those bad habits are going to show up and bite you big. Therefore, within the broad scope of things, prop firms are still better because prop firms are forcing you to build good habits. They won't let you get away with holding and hoping and all this other stuff. That's exactly what I mean. Like that point is still irrelevant. In fact, that point proves my point that prop firms are still better. Sure, Dean, ask away. Which is why when people come, to be fair, some prop firms, the rules are garbage. But like with Take Profit Trader or some of the other mainstream, like people complain about the rules. It's like, well, no. The rules are there. They're like rules that force you to focus on risk management. It is actually a good thing because guess what? Trading success is actually about risk management. 2,000 drawdown. Well, that means I have to I can't go up and well, no, you got to kind of focus on not losing $2,000. But hey, guess what? That's a good focus. Yeah, keep the West wild. That's still not proving anything. We had this discussion yesterday. Like again, yes, your earned accounts that you keep there to build buffer are still not safe. But you literally just argued again for a prop firm, right? Because with a prop firm, when you take a payout, what are you actually doing? You're protecting those profits. Keeping the West wild is saying, well, yeah, but when you make money, it starts to build your buffer. Yeah, you're building your account, and still one bad trade can wipe away all that progress with one bad trade. And I think we've all been there too. Well, I don't know everybody, but if you're a longer time trader and you've used your own funds, let me know in the chat. Like, have you ever been there where you're building buffer? Because sure, your trades from day one go and build your buffer and you're growing your account, but it's not like you're taking anything out because you're trying to grow your account. And then there's one bad trade that comes around and everything's just wiped away. And like you've literally made no progress. Whereas at least in a prop firm, once you get to the buffer and all that, and you start to pay yourself, and then the one bad trade happens and your account's gone, sure, but because you actually were paying yourself, it's not like that bad trade wiped away all that progress because you had at least pulled that money out. Okay, yeah, this guy is gone. 12iCat is officially a bot. So, ban. See you later. Me, 1,000% several times, right. I'm currently on vacation in a country where my prop is banned, and I was wondering if I trade on Tradeovate, which is not banned, and what is it? Yeah, I don't feel comfortable answering that, Dean, because just ask them. I don't want to mislead you on that. Again, so what I'm explaining is, so here's what Keeping Those was saying. Well, if I use my own money, and if I make right from the get-go 10K, so if I start with I'm just making these numbers up. If I start with 50K and I make 10K right from the get-go, well, here we go. I got 10K now right away. And now, my account is 60K because I'm trying to grow it. Okay, that's fine. Prop firm, yeah, you got to build buffer. There's a little bit of a time aspect, but the minimal risk, and then what I'm about to show you is, I would argue, well worth the time aspect. So then with the prop firm, let's say you're at, the 50K account, you get above the buffer, whatever, blah, blah. You make this 10K. But in this situation, I like to take the payout. So you take the payout and you put it in your bank account. So down here is the bank. Well, here, you're keeping the money in the account because I want to grow the account. So then you go and you have a bad trade on both. Like the bad trade here, and again, some of you are saying this in the room. Yeah, I've had those where I'm growing the account and then one bad trade wipes, it gets bad. So now all of a sudden, one bad trade wipes away all this. You're back to where you started. Now on the prop account, this account is gone. So you're back to where you started in a sense. However, because you took the 10K in payouts, you're actually still 10K ahead of this situation over here. So I mean, you're kind of still arguing for the benefits of a prop firm. Because that's one of those things where with a prop firm, as you pay yourself, you're taking those profits out of harm's way. Now, to be fair, in a pro account, or I mean, if you're using your own funds and you're making the money and then you're pulling it out, okay, that's different. But per Keeping the West Wild's premise, he's saying from day one, you're building buffer, aka you're growing the account. So per his premise, he is saying, I'm just going to leave the profits in there. I am not going to pull them out of harm's way. And as you guys have, several of you have said, myself included, I've been there where I build the buffer, I grow the account, and then one trade. Whereas had I been in a prop firm and taken payouts, yeah, there's still a and you lose your pro account, but at least all those payouts were taken out of harm's way, so the didn't actually harm those ones. If you can't handle a prop account rule, yeah, agreed. And at the end of the day, if this is anybody's premise, well, I'm a great trader, so why would I ever use a prop firm and then have to give up some of my gains? Because I'm a great trader. To that, I would say, well, you're still losing because in prop firms you can do copy trading. So under your premise that you're a great trader, why would you not take your great trading skills and then copy it to like 40 accounts? And you will extremely expedite your gains that much quicker. Hey, good morning, Eddie. And to bring it all the way back, at the end of the day, my whole premise has always been this way, and it's been this way for as long as I can remember, and it still applies to prop firm stuff too. Trading has nothing to do with making money. If you are focused on making money, you're focused on the wrong thing. Blind drunk monkeys can make money. Trading has everything to do with risk management. Can you hold on to those gains you've made? Can you keep things growing? But blind drunk monkeys can randomly make money. So if you're focused on the argument here about, well, yeah, but if you start with your own money, you get to, like any money you make right from the get-go, you get to keep. That's all true, but you're not focused on the right thing. You're focused on making money. I believe in focusing on risk management, on protecting your downside, and that's where prop firms shine. They protect your downside because your risk is so minimal up front, because your risk is actually only what it costs to buy the account. So under the premise that focusing on winning is stupid, and instead focus on risk management, because it's weird how if you focus on risk management, like I don't know, you start to get lucky and your account tends to grow over. It's weird. It's weird how when you it's counterproductive, it's counterintuitive, but yeah. So anything that is based on making money, disagree with. I operate from the lens of focus on risk management. Well, the problem, MJ, is the blind drunk monkey will make money, right? A lot of blind drunk monkeys were on AMC, GME, marijuana stocks back in the day, Bitcoin a little bit, you know. So let's say you buy the 50K account and you can't lose more than 2K if you get it up to 6K. Jerry, if you leave money in the account, so that's one of the big questions in prop firms. Do you build buffer or do you take the payout? If you do want to build buffer, then yes, you could lose more than 2K and you would be okay. But for me, I just take the payout because I want to protect those gains. And for me also, Jerry, it's a question of how bad does it get when you tilt? For me, let's say if I were to build, $4,000 buffer, for me, if I go on tilt, that $4,000 extra is not going to save me. I just, that's how bad tilt is for me. So for me, I'm like, I'm just going to take the $4,000. And if I go on tilt and lose the account, oh well, at least I still got that $4,000. So maybe, Jerry, but that's the question of, well, are you leaving the money in your prop account or are you going to take the payout? Some people do like to build buffer. I'm on team. If I'm owed 37 cents, I'm going to take 37 cents. That doesn't mean that it's right, but that's just for me. Once you get a payout, do you have to rebuild the buffer again? No, nope. Because the payments are only start anything above the buffer. So with the 50K account, your buffer will always be 2,000. So if once you hit the buffer and then let's say you make, a certain amount above there, you take that out, but you're still above the buffer. So no, you do not have to rebuild the buffer. The only way you would have to rebuild the buffer is if you were to drop below it, right? But yeah, if you take the payout and take everything you're owed, your buffer is still right there. You do not have to rebuild it. Nice job, Bean. Hey, taking your time is a good thing. Right, Matt, like I said, I don't know why he is. I'm not sure what happened here, Matt. I'm not sure what's going on. He is. I'm not. I don't know if the bad day is continuing, but I do not recognize keeping the West wild. He is trying to plant his flag against basic math, which now you are trying to explain to him, and he's just not listening for whatever reason. I don't know what to do, but I've said my piece. He keeps wanting to try to play all these hypotheticals, and that's what I mean. He's yeah. I don't know, Matt. So I wish you all the best. Godspeed in trying to get through to him. Because you're exactly right. In his hunt, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna keep on moving. I mean, kind of, John, but one side is the math is just better. It's just better, especially on the premise what matters more, making money or managing risk. Now, if you say no, the top priority that you should focus on always is making money, well, then we just have two different viewpoints of the market. But if you take what I would argue is the proper viewpoint, risk management, well, then, yeah, it's just, yeah. Sorry, I joined late, all going good. Yeah, today, good day for me. Some good discussions. How many? Oh, I don't know. So, Monty, how many trades do I do in a day? Let me put it this way. If I have 5,000 good, if there are five, so whatever my definition of a good setup is, if that happens 5,000 times in a day, I hope I have 5,000 trades. If the very next day, that definition of a good trade happens 5 times, hopefully that day I only have 5 trades. So how many trades in a day? Well, that depends on how many setups. Right, keeping us wild. And then if that trade happens again, on the very next one, all of your house money and plus your money is gone. And you are now further behind the guy that is on his second prop account with $100. So that second guy is now down 200 and you've given everything back and then some. That is the point. That is the risk management element. And that's what I mean. You are manipulating things. You're just assuming, well, yeah, after that trade, well, who's to say that this person's now not going to lose their mind and make another really bad trade? As if you don't go on tilt. Like, you're just assuming all these not really possible. I mean, sure, it's possible. But, like, that's what I mean right now. You continue to argue against yourself. Yes, in your little magical world of puppy dogs and rainbows where that trader that just experienced that is going to remain totally disciplined and not make another stupid trade, sure, maybe that math kind of sort of works out. But is that actually the real world, or do people tend to go on tilt? Yeah, I start live streaming every day at 11 a.m. Eastern. Where is Clay? I don't know. I'm his stand-in right now. My name is Clyde. Nice to meet you, Sola Jax. I'm not sure when Clay will be back though. But my name's Clyde. It's good to meet you. I'll let Clay know next time I see him that Sola Jax is looking for him. Does he owe you money or something? Are you here to break his kneecaps or what's the story? There will be a day where you lose your emotion. So if you're trading your real account, exactly, Spy Legendary. There's the days where you go on tilt, the math spins out of control very quickly, especially with your own funds. Not a huge fan of people taking hypotheticals where part of the hypothetical is the trader is like remaining a flawless human being with like zero emotion and perfect control over the emotions. And, you know, that's like, okay, I mean, I guess logically, sure, but like practically when you factor in humans and emotion, it's like, yeah. But yes, you're right. There is a day where you lose your emotions. I know, keeping the West wild, and that is my point the entire time. I am not talking about your personal experience. I'm talking about things generally speaking. And you seem to be a very good trader. Congrats. But do you not realize you're kind of off and like an outlier because trading is hard? That was my point. I'm not like it's like me talking about investing, and then I'm like trying to like Warren Buffett's here, and he's like telling everything. Well, it's like, well, yeah, sure, Warren. Maybe all that kind of works out for you, but generally speaking, we're not Warren Buffett, and that is why you got timed out because you are still not connecting that dot. Again, lottery logic. You're like the lottery winner here, and I'm sitting here saying playing the lottery is stupid. And you're like, well, from my personal experience as somebody that has picked a winning lottery number, it kind of made a lot of sense. It's like, okay, yeah, but that I'm not, as a generality, and you not connecting that dot, that is why I contend and I plant my flag, your timeout was warranted. In fact, I should still give you another timeout because you're still not connecting those dots. You are the guy here who chose the right lottery numbers, and then you keep trying to like throw things like, well, hey, what about me? It's like, okay. And the thing is, everybody else seems to understand this except you. And I don't know why you've gone into this. I'm not sure what's going on right now. You're welcome, Soljex. I will let Clay know when that you're looking for him. Anyways, I like keeping the West wild. That's why I'm continuing to discuss as opposed to just banning or timing out, because this has all just caught me off guard. He's usually he usually connects these dots. So I don't know if it's still a bad day or what, but like him not connecting these dots is just very befuddling. First time seeing you on here. Oh, I sorry, I was just playing along. I thought you were the one being the wise guy. When you said, where's Clay? So I was just going along with what I perceived as you just trying to be funny. I was trying to help you be more funny. But you're so emotional. Something happens and you spend the next 15 minutes ranting and raving about it. I know, dude. I'm very emotional. What should I have done, though? Like in the last 15 minutes, has there really been a trade? I mean, maybe you're like, Clay, yeah, if you were drawing that trend line, maybe. But like, I don't know. This isn't the greatest action. I'm watching the market. I'm ranting. Yeah, because there's things to be learned in Hayden. Hayden, it's okay. Well, what happens if you're the moron, though? See, right now, Hayden, I think you're the moron. I think you're the sensitive guy. So I would like to rant about how soft you are. But I'm doing it because I like you, Hayden, and I want you to improve in life, and I don't want you to be such a snowflake. So, like, I'm about to start ranting at you, but the ranting is coming from a place of compassion. Because when you're seeking out to be offended like you are, Hayden, life's not going to be fun. You know, when you're that soft, when you're that big of a snowflake, Hayden, life's going to be rough. So I kind of want to rant about how weak you are. Should I or should I not rant about how weak you are? Let me know. I'm happy to do it for your well-being. And if you think my heart is at risk here, again. See, you have just I have spent 20 years in the military. Oh, no, 11 million special forces. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Okay. Maybe. I'll just concede. One thing you're not is a businessman. And my proof that you're not a businessman is this. You seem to think that my heart is at risk. I assure you it is not. Here's the clue to which I can tell you probably are not connecting the dots. Your clue is in the bottom right-hand corner. If you think my heart is at risk, is actually at risk, and you cannot read the bottom right-hand corner and then connect those dots about, then, like I said, you may be a tough guy. Maybe you were in the special forces for 11 years, but you're definitely not a businessman. Again, the people that think I'm like literally my heart is at these are the times where I need it. So me and Dean have had this conversation. I believe I've run you are ran on inside this thing. Okay, yeah, then you were just so Hayden is good proof of how on the internet you can just say stuff. Thanks, Hayden. Yeah. I believe everything you're saying. Cool. Hayden is a snowflake. And the funny thing is he thinks he's proving my point, but like is there any chances that I'm now pressing Hayden's buttons to get him to yap more so that he helps the algorithm more? I don't maybe I'm doing that, maybe I'm not. Wouldn't have been able to buy my did that guy just quote a car as like a proof of something? Oh my goodness. Hayden's been spending too much time on hey Hayden, maybe mommy didn't make you the SpaghettiOs that you wanted today, but just communicate to your mother, hey mom, I like these kind of SpaghettiOs, and tomorrow she'll make you the proper type of SpaghettiOs and you'll be happy. So Hayden, that's communication is key. Hayden is 16 years old, you think? It's okay. This guy's sitting here with a private. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love the internet. Again, Hayden, just tell mom what kind of SpaghettiOs you prefer tomorrow. But anyways, so Dean, remember the one conversation where I was like, if I was wearing a heart monitor, like the scam would be revealed? Because here we have Hayden apparently thinking like my heart is at risk. Like I'm feeling my heart right now. It is so not beating hard at all. But like Hayden, or Dean, like I told you, a heart monitor would reveal the scam. Because I'd be sitting here kind of speaking, behaving in a way where people like Hayden are like, dang, this guy is upset. And then the heart monitor would be like, so the scam would, the bottom right-hand corner would kind of be revealed. Do you remember that conversation, Dean, about the heart monitor and how a heart monitor would actually reveal the scam? Oh my goodness. And see, you know you've won. You know you own somebody when they have to resort to all this name calling. Hayden, again, life advice. Well, first off, Hayden, when you get that first hair under your armpit, let me know. I'll explain what's going on. Second, communication is the key. So don't yell at your mother about the SpaghettiOs. Just calmly say, Mother, while I'm playing these video games in the basement, could you please make me SpaghettiOs with meatballs in them? Yeah. Anyways. Dude, I'm kind of impressed with myself. Now, to be fair, maybe he's like over exaggerating, but if he actually thinks my heart is at risk right now, like I deserve an Emmy. Please. Please. Because if I had a heart monitor on, goodness, the scam would be revealed. Yeah, I meant more so the heart monitor for like these situations where he literally thinks like I'm ranting and losing my mind and my heart's at risk because he thinks I'm like actually like legitimately all upset. And this is how I can tell he's not a businessman. Because the clue, you know, you have a business bone in your body where I tell you, am I actually upset? Here's your clue. I'm not going to answer it straight up. I'll offer you a clue. Read the bottom right hand corner. And if you read that and you're like, yeah, Clay, I don't get the clue. That doesn't help me at all. Then that's okay. Some people were not born with artistic bones in their body. I'm one of those. I can draw maybe a stick man or stick men, stick women, stick furries, whatever. But like business bone, do you have a business bone in your body? Like I said, am I actually as mad as what I appear to be? I'm not going to answer it. Your clue is in the bottom right hand corner. And if you can connect those dots, good job. You have some business sense. If you can't, that's okay. Some people, yeah, we all have our strong suits. Had a minor emergency. If you responded, I missed it. I am looking for a pullback here. Would like to see it get down to the purplish line, the 50 SMA. Clay, I don't see any dots. I don't see any dots. I don't get it. Your humor has just gone over my head. Did you say? Well, yeah. I gotta be politically correct, right? I guess I could have said a stick figure, but I said a stick man. I was like, oh crap. I don't want to be considered a sexist pig. So stick woman. I'm like, oh great. Now I don't want to be accused of like anti-furry. So then stick furry. You know, I'm trying to cover all my bases. Man, he is stressed out. I am very stressed out. Yes, exactly. I am so stressed out right now. The amount of stress right now is of epic proportions. I assure you. My heart is racing. Like, can you look at the, don't worry about my hand. Don't watch my hand, but let's look at my shirt for my heart. Dude, I'm stressed, brother. Right, stickman is gender. Right, that's why I covered my. Listen, I'm a lover of all. That's why I said stick woman and stick furries. Right, this is a stick furry, I think. Like there's like the bushy little tail, and then like, I don't know. Roof. There we go. See? I can draw stick furries. There we go. That kind of looks like a turtle passing gas, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks like a turtle passing. Okay, maybe I can't even see. I do not have an artistic bone in my body. All right, I'm going to look for a long here if it wants to come back down. That looks like a turtle passing gas, doesn't it? Like a turtle passing, maybe I can't. Yeah, that is what I said. Good job, hack. Or heck. So correct. Yeah. That's so I guess I kind of lied. I said I don't have artistic bone in my body unless I can draw stick figures. But yeah. Yeah, that's anyways. Next topic. What do you think about a breakout if market gets above 28,250? Is that the high up here? 250? What do I think about a breakout? Oh, I have no idea. I mean, if it can break and maintain, then sure. But I'm also kind of, I like to cross one bridge at a time. First bridge, let's just see if it can even break above, this high right here. And then next bridge, let's see if it can at least make its way up to here. And then that bridge, let's see if it can at least break right there. But yeah, if it can get up through there, I could see it capturing some momentum. But also, I've not put a whole lot of brain power into that just because right now I'm trying to figure out if it'll pull back here and fill me. Just a relief bounce today? Could be. Could be. Oh, am I in? Holy smokes. Did that just shoot down there? I don't remember being so close to getting filled. What time is it? Was that? Okay. Uh-oh. Did some... All right, come up, come up, come up. I do not like when I don't see how I actually get filled. I can't... Come on. Okay. Small loss there. Might still go green, but I don't care. At that point, the moment went against me. Happy with the small loss. How did I get... I didn't even see. Was that an instant drop down? I didn't see that. Is the yen still going up? So earlier in the stream, it was 2.3%. What is it now? $2.8%. Yeah. Well, here's our once a year thing, right? Well, okay, maybe not once a year, but today kind of proves why Forex is garbage. Because yen is making great moves today. When is the last time you've heard anything about the yen? I don't know. Could be years ago, right? Because most times Forex markets are not doing anything. This guy made you busy. Just ignore him. I think there will be a good entry here for long. What guy? But I do concede. I do concede that if you were day trading Forex today with the yen, okay, fine. Today is actually one of those days where I can see it not being paint drying. But that also kind of proves the point because, like, again, ask yourself, when's the last time you've heard anything about the yen? You're probably, Clay, I've never heard anything about the yen before. Yeah, that's my point. Forex markets, thankfully, are very stable. They don't do a whole lot. It's like paint drying because, and that's good. We don't really want currencies fluctuating multiple percents every day. But yeah, no doubt about it. The reason why the yen is in the news is because it is. It's down, or the pair of the dollar and yen is down 2.9%, which is a lot for a currency. But yes, this also goes where like we should let's look at. Can I do that? Yeah. What is let's see. What is it? USD. Oh wait, I don't know. JP. Wait, right there, can I get? I don't, does Webull have Forex? Oh, it does. Duxo! Holy. Okay, so here's a day where like it was probably pretty fun. Okay, that was probably a pretty good day to trade Forex. So let's see, here's a good day. 1, maybe 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like there's been like 8 good days out of the past like 4 months. You know, it's like, yeah, but that is quite the move. Let's see, what does this look like on the 5-minute? Oh, it just dropped again. Okay, that's what a lot of you started yapping about again. But here's what I mean. Here's like normal Forex. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Yawn, 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 yawn. And then, okay, all right, here it just got moving again. So yeah, that's why I would say if you're in a country where you can day trade futures in the American market through the prop firm, like that is definitely better than Forex. But today, I concede. Today is a day where like, okay. Guys, I asked you to chat if I could go long YM in short, and it said yes. And then I asked if I can go long YM in short. I mean, Nas, that's the thing. I mean, you're trusting AI. And as we learned earlier today, AI still has work to do. That's why people that blindly trust AI for certain things, it's kind of, whoa. So today we had, so if you're not familiar, Alpha Futures is basically on the verge of probably going kaput. They've had payment issues, blah, blah, blah. No need to get into it. But somebody was like, well, I picked Alpha Futures over Take Profit Trader because I asked AI to run the comparison. And they told them, do Alpha Futures. I'm like, and anybody here that is aware of everything going on with Alpha Futures right now would be like, wait, AI said what? AI clearly did not know about the context, did not pick up certain things because, yeah, that is like quite literally, like Alpha has got to be the riskiest prop firm out there right now because there are unpaid people out there that they are trying to pay. So what makes you think you're going to get paid when they're still trying to pay? You know what I mean? It's like such a high risk situation. So yeah, AI still has some work to do. Fly. Heck yeah. Who is heck yeah? Guy shows up out of nowhere and he's just saying stuff. Hey, lactic acid law. Where have you been? No. Take Profit Trader. In fact, I think they're kind of sketchy. I might have them confused with somebody else, so I'm just going to delete to err on the side of caution. I'm not saying they are sketchy, to be fair, and I'm not saying you're trying to promote anybody sketchy. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I'm not quite sure. They should have asked Trustpilot, not AI. Yeah, that would have been a better place to start. But yes, AI, we were demonstrated today, still has some work to do. I want to be fair. Maybe Alpha Futures pulls out of the funk. Maybe they can save the firm and all that. But right now, they are definitely considered a high risk thing. I would wait to see if they can pull themselves out of the tailspin and get all these people they owed money paid before I'd buy any accounts with them. Yeah. We're buying the tank outright. I can't remember if I told you guys or not. So I met the guy out there, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna get such a good return on investment. Like it was kind of cool. So I met the propane guy out there. I said, yeah, I want to buy the tank, and I was like, yeah, and I'd be interested in getting your guys' quote, and for propane, and I want to call around. And he was like, hey, no, man, no, I appreciate it, but hey, just. He was like, just give. All I ask is just give us a chance. Give me a chance, because I'm ready. I'm ready to compete. And I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm ready to compete. You just give me a chance again. Don't leave me out. So, I'm ready to start some bidding wars for my propane service every year. Are there testing requirements every few years in Iowa? I don't think so. I would assume they'll get. Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe. But I think I'm going to be able to save myself a whole lot per year by shopping around. I mean, it's bare minimum 5.5% ROI per year anyways, which is better than a checking account anyways. However, I'm going to be able to jack that number up quite quickly, I think, based on the amount I'll be able to save by forcing the different propane companies to bid against one another. Because very clearly, he had some wiggle room in his numbers. The numbers that they give the people that rent the tanks from them, are clearly, there's some fluctuation in those numbers. He made it very apparent. I want to compete. Just that's all I ask. Give me a chance to compete. You got it, buddy. Yeah, I guess so. I guess there'll be an inspection every year. If the propane company that we choose comes, it's like, hey, we can't do it because this is broken. Well, I guess they kind of just did the inspection for me, told me what was broken, and then yeah, I can pay to have it fixed. But yes, and if I have to pay for it, yeah, that'll ding the ROI a little bit, but I'm willing to take that chance. Hey, Zooks. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You over there dancing or something? Oh my good, we're at we're over 3 hours already? Dude, we need more Haydens of the world. That was great. That was great. Army for 23 years? Special Forces for 11? Owns a private plane? Dang. And he graced all of us with our present? That is wow. That's crazy. I will give credit where credit's due. Well, then again, I did kind of reveal that I was pressing his buttons to get him to keep interacting more, but he did at least leave. Yeah, he must have been real bored. That was something else. I don't. Typically, I have no idea. It depends. Someday there are way better, more setups than the other day. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, if there's 5,000 good setups in a day, I take 5,000 trades. If the very next day there's 5 good setups, hopefully I only have 5 trades. But yeah, I don't do any sort of. I don't have any sort of goals like I need to make a certain amount of trades or anything. I just try to. My goal is to take good setups. Anyways, though, we are again, look at the time. I can't believe we're 3 hours into this already. It feels like I've been live streaming for like an hour. Is MNQ part of Forex? No, MNQ is a future. I don't. Okay, I don't think I understand your question. Is MNQ part of Forex? Well, yeah. Can you ask that again? I don't think it's like surely you know that MNQ is a futures contract. I probably shouldn't trade right now. Yeah, if that was like a serious question and your mind is so disrupted, oh, just being sarcastic. Okay, all right. I was gonna say, then yeah, you probably definitely should not trade if your mind has like been reduced to not realizing that MNQ is futures. Oh, I see what you're saying. You think this is slow right now? I don't know, man. This is still pretty good movement. I mean, it's not like it was earlier, but I don't know if I'd. We just probably have different definitions of slow. You'll have to excuse my friend. He's a little slow. The town is back that way. Name the movie. Correct. Dumb and Dumber. I'm getting chopped to death today, and I'm allowing it. Are you, Neil, or are you about to hit that one trade that once again saves the day? I don't know. Yeah, that was probably a little bit on the easy side. Every night I lie in bed. That does seem to be your favorite there, Clay. Oh, yeah, no. Like I said, what was it? 87% of the things I say are Dumb and Dumber quotes. In other words, 87% of my thoughts are not original. 13% of my thoughts actually come from my brain. So yeah, if I say, what did I just quote? Just say Dumb and Dumber. You have an 87% chance of being right. Yeah. That's where, take Robert Trader versus Tradeify, at least in that category, as in most take Robert Trader, by far the cheapest commissions out there. That's crazy though. $1.83 round trip versus 50 cents. Holy smokes, that's over 200. I mean, I know you realize this, Philly. Dang. NQ is being a dirty rat. And it's kind of not really making up its mind right now. I give up today. You know, Matt, sometimes the best thing we can do as traders is to be a good Twitter. It's to be a good quitter. No shame in that. If you're not jiving, I hear you, brother. I don't know. Braveheart's not totally quotable. I mean, there are some quotes from it, but like, one chance, just one chance. When you're lying in your bed, dying, to come back here and say, I can't remember. See, I don't even remember this. That's a good speech show. Man, I'm getting good. Whew. To come back and say, you may take our lives, but you'll never take our freedom. Ah. And oh my goodness, the goosebumps. It's real. Yeah. We'll definitely be active about it, John. I appreciate the heads up, brother. What's your mother been telling me stories about you, rebel? I remember that quote. To come back and say you may take our lives, but yeah, exactly. We used to watch Brave for football games. The full thing, the full 3 hours. Okay. The movie though, that for me, I think anybody will make you want to run through a wall. And I don't want to offer any spoilers, but the movie Glory, when they're rushing Fort Sumter, I think it's Fort Sumter, maybe not, and then they're all lying on the sand dune, and then certain things happen, and then the soundtrack at that moment, oh my god, no, Glory. Don't even all right, that's a timeout for Slow Morrow for disrespecting Glory in the scene I'm talking about. That's a timeout. He's gone for a minute after that disrespect. That's how good this scene is. You don't even joke about it. But the movie Glory, loosely based on true story, blah, blah, blah. But there is the soundtrack at the end. You'll know the moment because you will stand up and you'll start running. You will start charging. I promise. Best, most adrenaline producing scene in all of cinema. Like that. Oh my, I just thinking about it right now. Whoo! Where's my bayonet? I'm ready to arm bayonets right now. Or fix bayonets, excuse me. Does anybody know what scene I'm talking about at the end of Glory? The soundtrack, when the certain things happen, and then that music kicks in gear? Oh my goodness. Been getting killed trying to short. Well, Matt, just give up for the day. Talk movies with us right now. I'm telling you, I'm probably making money by talking movies right now, by just not losing money, by not getting chopped up. I'm telling you, hanging out at the water cooler can be profitable. Penny saved is a penny earned. I like what you've done. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've been putting a lot of money into the interior designer. I'm glad you noticed. Thank you. Hanging out the I shouldn't laugh at you. I'm sorry for laughing. That was a good way to put it, but like I'm laughing at not your results. Do you know what scene I'm talking about, Bentley, at the end? Oh, Fort Wagner. Okay, I gotta play it real quick. Let's just see. Oh, there it is! Oh, I can't. I'll lose my mind. Oh my. Look at the goosebumps. Look at those. Straight up. Okay. You can't listen to it, but yeah, the name of that song is Charging Fort Wagner. Oh my. I want to listen to it so bad, but I know I'm not even kidding. Okay, all joking aside, if I play that soundtrack, there are people in my real life that watch this thing. I will literally lose. See, this is the downside. If I knew that nobody in my real life ever watched a live stream, I would play it right now, and you guys, it would get weird. It would something would happen. So yeah, sorry. You guys can all thank Jimbo though. Because Jimbo, I mean, he meant well. He meant well to tell a bunch of people that he knows, like, oh yeah, Clay, he has a YouTube channel and he but now too many people know. Anyways, like I said, are you going to trade or not? Listen, this is part of trading. There's really nothing going on right now for my strategy. So sometimes trading, you got to just be patient. And the nice thing about the live stream is the water cooler is we can kind of just chat about random things while we wait. It makes waiting a little bit easier. Sure, it comes with the drawback of sometimes it also causes you to miss a trade because you're yakking, but I think it's a good trade-off. If you play the song, a Stark. No. If I play that song, Kyle, you're gonna be talking through a different orifice after I get done with you. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna be talking through a different orifice after I get done with you. I know, it's crazy. I'm not always in a trade. I know. Do I have? No, I don't have a profit target. Profit targets are no good for me. They play too many mind games with me. There's nothing like a yes. Agreed, Rebel. Yeah, and that is it. That song and the scene of oh my goodness. Like, here's how you can get in good shape. Okay, this assumes you live. I guess preferably live by sand dunes. If not, find some stairs. Watch that movie, Glory, the whole thing, and then find that song. And you play that song at the bottom of the sand dune or at the bottom of the stairs, you will set records. You will get to the top of that sand dune, the top of the stairs, the top of any kind of incline. You will get to the top very quickly. Guarantee it. What's my strategy? The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. I'm a dumb man. So I don't have any cool sounding terminology. I have no fancy sounding abbreviations. I just like some candlesticks and some tread lines. Little bit of volume. Maybe the VWAP. Try to keep it very straightforward. Probably the hardest part of trading is not trading. That's correct. Man, I love you, brother. You gotta be done. You gotta be done. You have lost it. You are a distraught man. You sound like me yesterday morning. As much as I'd love for you to hang around the chat, I think for you, brother, go for a walk. Go watch the movie Glory. I don't know. Ban him for hit. I wouldn't ban him, but yeah, put him in a timeout. That might actually be a merciful thing. I don't know if that would help though. Oh, are you having one of those 2 days too, John? You having need to be hanging out in the bar type of day? That's true. Yeah, that's a good analogy. Quick stand up tilt, get stronger. Yeah, the suction. All right. Well, once I don't know what to think about this yellow line. So many fake breaks of it. I don't know what to think. So what makes you take a trade? When I think the risk and reward makes sense. Heck yeah, I'll be very honest with you. You're kind of on a troll watch list right now. You showed up acting as if maybe you've been here before. And I again, to be fair to me, maybe I've completely misread you. But you're kind of on the troll watch list. But again, that's why I've not taken any action because I've been wrong. But you are on the watch list, so I'm a little hesitant to really engage too much with you because you came in a little troll like. No, I left $5. $5? Oh yeah. Zero trades because you weren't around much, or zero trades because you didn't have any setups? Soundtrack Apocalypse. No. Oh yeah, that's the famous one. That's where they're surfing at the beginning. Yeah, that was pretty famous. But Glory has a great soundtrack. Anyways, the opening scene in Glory. Oh, I mean opening song, I should say. I mean opening scene too, but yeah, Glory. If you have not seen it, it did win Best Picture in what '96, I think. So it's like it is a good Denzel Washington, like one of his first roles. Glory Best Picture, what year? I want to say '96. Or did I just lie? Oh, I'm sorry, I lied. Was not nominated for Best Picture. Oh, it's from 1989. It did have 5 Oscar nominations, though. And this is back like when the Oscars actually kind of meant something. Best Supporting Actor, Denzel Washington. Best Cinematography, Best Sound. Yeah. So all kidding aside, Glory, fantastic movie. Especially if you're a dude. Braveheart, fantastic soundtrack. Agreed. Opening scene with Canada. Yeah, that's where I always got to stop with my kids. So my kids, we watch the opening scene because I like to watch the soldiers marching around. There's some good, but then I always got to pause it. They're not quite old enough for the cannonball part. No, okay, see, heck yeah, this is where it makes me think you're a troll. Like, I never said for you to stop talking. I just said you're on a watch list. So the way to get off the watch list is just talk normally. But so that makes me think, okay, now he's like playing like he's gaslighting. I didn't tell you to stop talking, dude. You're welcome to stop. I'm just saying, heck, I even admitted, brother, that perhaps I've totally misread you. So how my little speech I gave you concluded with you like, fine, I just won't talk anymore. Wait, what? Huh? I didn't have the read on the market today. Well, I mean, I would disagree. It sounds like you had a very good read on the day. By not knowing you didn't have a good read is a read. So there you go. Good job on realizing this is not my environment. Good job on realizing this is not my rodeo. Oscars matter. I mean, back in the day, like when I was a kid, that was part of, like, the Oscars was a huge event. Like it was, I don't know, they just seemed to mean a lot more back then. The very first Star Wars movie is a top soundtrack as well. Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, who doesn't like the Star Wars opening music? I mean, that Star Wars intro is never going to go wrong. It's never going to go old. Pretty impressive, huh, Bentley? Rocky 4. The montages in Rocky 4 are definitely legit. Spy Legendary, straight up sway trader. Dude's like, I'll be in this trade for 3 hours. I don't even care. Good for you. That's not my style, but hey, good for you, brother. By the way, Spy Legendary. You may be bipolar, I don't know. But if you are bipolar, whatever you did today to have this personality show up, please keep doing it. Yesterday you were unbearable, hence the timeout. Today you are like a night and day image. So I am wondering, maybe perhaps you are bipolar. I don't know. But you have been a pleasure today, sir. Is this a rising wedge, Clay? I don't think so. On what time frame? Oh, okay, maybe here. Maybe is this what you're saying? Something like that? I don't really like I don't think so. I might be missing it though. Now I can't. All right. Slay, you got to watch it tonight, brother. Yeah, you have been an absolute peach. You have been a peach. Wrong theme there, Clay. That one is Breaking Bad. Oh, sorry. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, that was pretty bad. Breaking Bad. Do they even make good TV shows anymore? I've been out of the game. We've had this conversation before, but at this stage of life with the six kids, when we do screen time, we're watching like Monsters Incorporated or Wall-E or something like that. So like, are there any good? Because like several years ago, my wife and I we binge watched Breaking Bad, but that was a different phase of life. But like, is there anything good out these days anymore? Mobland. Yeah, same slow Morrow. We have, I guess we have Amazon because we have Amazon Prime. More so for the shipping of stuff. But yeah, we have that in YouTube. Yeah, we don't even have TV. So like, I gotta figure out, like, yeah, we just don't have cable. I guess we have a Roku TV, so I think we have some like channels ish. Stargate, Entourage was great. Reacher is good. Yeah, I'm talking about more so like current. Entourage, correct me if I'm wrong, Neil, but that's not a new show, right? Mobland, have not heard of that one. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Wife and I, we binge watched Dexter a long time ago, but yeah, we have not watched any of the spin-off series. Honestly, I don't even know why I'm asking. I guess I'm just trying to strike up some conversation right now because it's not like Season of Life has changed at all. I guess maybe I'm hopeful. After this house is done, I really hope and I really think life will slow down a little bit more. Granted, there will be something new. Pretty soon I'll be here talking about, all right, who of you guys have chickens? What are good chickens? Blah, blah, blah. Don't answer that now, because I'm not gonna remember any of it. Ozark, yeah, again, that one's not new. Did what I think we finished Ozark. I don't know if we ever got to I can't remember. Theme to 70s SWAT. You have to endure it. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's like today's stuff just doesn't seem like it used to be. First couple seasons of Dexter was really. I think I remember liking Dexter all the way through. I guess I don't remember now. The Righteous Gemstones. Okay. A lot of people love The Wire, but like we watched. I don't know. Maybe we had to push through it, but like the first episode, I don't know. Does it start off slow? I just maybe I did not watch into many episodes, but I was just like, I don't understand. Why do people love this show? What am I missing here? Yeah, it starts slow. Okay. I watch on YouTube. That's called The Comer or The Corner. Okay. Okay, keep chasing the bull flag. Yeah, this yellow line here is a dirty rat. It is ruining so many people's days. At least that are trying to go long. Shorts have been banking. Shorts have been having a fantastic session here because they keep getting rejections. Yeah. Yellowstone. Here's the thing too. It's like I'd prefer a TV show where not every other word was the F bomb. And I think that's what I thought I heard about Yellowstone. Yellowstone, like the writers, I'm not sure if they didn't own a dictionary, but maybe I might be getting that confused. But is it not Yellowstone where like every other word is the F bomb? I'd prefer something with a little bit more dialogue. But to be fair to Yellowstone, I might be getting it mixed up with something else. Yellowstone was on. What am I thinking of then? On real TV. Is there like an unedited version of Yellowstone? Are you sure, Kyle? I mean, I believe you, but I guess on this one I believe you but don't believe you. Is there cussing in Yellowstone TV show? Yes, there is a lot of cussing in the Yellowstone TV show, including frequent use of the F word, blasphemy, and other strong profanity in nearly every episode. The original version of Paramount Network and the streaming is rated TV mature. Okay. To be fair to Kyle, then we have exceptions. Broadcast TV. If you watch the reruns edited for network television, like on CBS, the major cuss words are muted out to meet broadcast rules. Okay. There we go. To be fair, they use. Okay. I mean, that's a fair argument. Listen, Clay. They at least mix it up a little bit. So it's not like totally unaware. I should probably try a short here just because all it does is get rejected. But I also don't feel like being the clown that's going to be the guy that's short. Okay, whatever. If I look stupid, I look stupid. Here we go.
Order filled.
Okay, there's my stop. Come on. Reject.
Order filled.
Okay, I got a partial. Are you kidding me? You can't even... Oh, brother. All right, I have 2 left. All right, there we go. All out. There we go. My mic. Oh, yeah, that's right. I turned it up for that one song. Okay, I guess it's kind of right now, it's as easy as that. Short at the yellow line. Let's not overcomplicate it. No need to reinvent the wheel. Apparently, that yellow line is like literally the gold bars for the shorts. All right. Spy Legendary. Sounds like his spidey senses that it's going to drop. I don't know how far he's defining drop, but to be fair, it has at least dropped from that yellow line. I mean, do we short? Or I don't know about we. What again? When I say we, I don't mean any of you because you better not be blindly following me. When I say we, I mean me and all the voices in my head. Are we going to short? Again. You sold one at 198. Nice. Already up about 18 points. Was it? No, never watched Dead. No. So on the long side, to also be fair, if you want to, is it really this easy? Right here. The 21 EMA, bounce. Does it come down here again? Well, right now, the 21 EMA also matches up with these lows right here. It's almost like a quadruple bounce with 20. Okay, I might actually take that long. What is that? What is that, brother? 65? Yeah, I'll take that. No, wait, I don't want 2. I want 5. Okay, there we go. Long at the green line. Mainly based off the 5-minute, what I just explained, but here on the 2-minute, we also have the 50 SMA right there. Let's see what we can cook up here. Wah, 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 wah. Dun, 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 dun. All right, now if this goes solid green candle, I'm gonna have to cancel out my. No boy. Again, do I really want to be buying if this green candle here just disappears? It hasn't been the biggest green candle, so maybe. I've done such a bad job drinking water again. You know what? If I don't get filled, oh well. I'm just going to move it down here. If I don't get filled, it is what it is. Am I being... Okay, let's see. My strategy is what I call the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. So I don't have any like complicated terms. I don't have any complicated like abbreviations or concepts. I'm just looking to keep it simple, stupid. So I like candlesticks. I like some moving averages. Some trend lines are nice. But yeah, there's nothing fancy. So yeah, I call my strategy the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid, because I'm stupid. Where'd Heck Yeah go? Did Heck Yeah seriously just leave? Or is that a troll the whole time? Heck Yeah, are you still here? Well, good. We got all kinds of conversations about TV shows right now. Fantastic. Love to see the chat active. Love to see you guys talking amongst each other. It's good stuff. All right, see, now I'm not interested in buying here because if I'm able to buy here, that implies this green bounce has failed. So, let's bring it down here now. Again, we're right at the 21 EMA. So if anybody's getting long right here, 21 EMA, excuse me, on the 5-minute, and we're at the 50 SMA here on the 2-minute. Go 0011. Got it. Oh, God, it is 0011. What's your strategy? What if God was one of us? Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Well, never mind on that one. I guess I might as well short up here. Again, if it shows up here, put my stop right there. Rebel, good one. Yes, trying to make a high. I seem to be in a trade at every big candle. On the wrong side. One of those days, huh? A fade Neil day. I guess, Neil, if you don't mind, let us know when you're doing something. So I guess we just do the opposite, and then we can expect a nice green candle. Yeah. Okay, I'm looking to get short at the red line. Hey, the feel like temperature is only 84 today. Fantastic. Oh boy. Oh boy. Have you tried? No, no. I'm take profit trader. Leave without me. Not gonna do. I'm sure I will at some point, but no, I haven't. Oh man. No, I know you take Neil. Neil, when I give you a hard time, I realize you're a human being. I know you take losses. And I appreciate you. I appreciate your transparency, especially on a day like today, where like probably the least fun thing is like admitting all this stuff. Like, oh, there's another one that went against me. Oh, there's another one that went against me. All right. Well, on that note, I think we're all set. So I don't know. Keep an eye on that yellow line if you're going to stick around. As of now, it's been pretty much just that yellow line has been almost as easy as short. At some point, you got to think it's going to break through, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8 times on the 5 minutes been rejected at that area up at 200. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and call it good. Before you head out, just a friendly reminder that this is totally viewer supported, and if you want to help support the stream, code Clay, that is case sensitive, so it's got to be all caps. With any of these prop firms, will save yourself money. So the deals that any of these prop firms are running, their promotions, code Clay will give you that deal, will give you that promotion. So you are accomplishing a whole lot of things. You are not only saving yourself money, but at the same time you're saving yourself money, you're also helping to support the stream by keeping it both ad-free and then just keeping the stream alive and going every day. So all of you that have used code Clay, I appreciate it. And you are making a difference. You are literally the reason why it's ad-free and why the stream continues day in and day out. So I thank you for it. So on your way out, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be great. I will be back, like I said, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern at the very latest. Usually I show up early, so if you want to know exactly when I go live, that is where turning on the notification bell will help in that regard. But overall, good day today. Flew by. Great interactive chat, some good conversations. Some interesting characters swung by, but yeah, overall, happy with how things played out. So, scalp day for me, but I'm guessing tomorrow will probably be more of the same, but we'll see what happens. So, take care, everybody. See you back tomorrow. Hit that like button, and